evening and welcome to Sportsline. I'm Dan Taylor, and tonight we have with us the brothers Carey. That's right, Mike Carey, assistant head coach and defensive coordinator for Central Bucks West, and Dan Carey, quarterback coach and defensive back coach for West. This past week, it was CB West taking on CB East, and we'll have that game for you after Sportsline this evening. And West takes home the Suburban One League Conference title. This week they'll play in the first round of the District 1 playoffs, and they will be going against Plymouth Whitemarsh. West fans will remember Plymouth Whitemarsh, and these gentlemen do too. That's the team that beat them last year, knocked them out of the playoff chase. And we'll be back to talk about East-West and Plymouth Whitemarsh. That coming up on Sportsline.
For years, the friendly and knowledgeable staff of Gem Jewelers has been helping you select the finest jewelry for all of life's important events. Now, Gem Jewelers has moved both of their stores to one expanded location on Route 611 at Bristol Road. Inside, you'll find a spacious new showroom with one of the largest selections in the area. You'll find great values on their large selection of diamond engagement rings, watches, and designer jewelry. Their new line of porcelain figurines make great gifts, too. They do all of their own work, and a graduate gemologist is always on hand. So for all this and the same great prices, stop in at Gem Jewelers. Since 1958, Eagles Peak Spring Water has been the answer for homes and businesses alike. Serving all of Bucks and East and Montgomery counties, delivery is always free. Eagles Peak offers pure bottled drinking water as well as distilled, plus a convenient office coffee service. Cooler rentals and sales are available, along with a wide selection of attractive ceramic dispensers. For new customers only, mention this ad and receive 2 free bottles of water with a cooler rental. Remember, when you reach for the peak, you reach for the best.
And Chicago beat Los Angeles.
Yes! If you like sports, if you can't get enough of sports, if you want up-to-the-minute scores, point spreads, all the news on your favorite sports, then you need to call the 24-hour sports and entertainment line. Call this number now and get the latest news on football, baseball, basketball, hockey, whatever the season, whatever the news. It's all here on the sports and entertainment line. No need to wait for the news on TV. You can call the sports and entertainment line anytime and become the most informed sports fan in town.
$2.99 a minute.
The line is updated every 15 minutes. So what are you waiting for? Call the sports and entertainment line now.
And if you're not a sports fan like me, you can use the sports and entertainment line too. Call for your daily horoscope, soap opera updates, financial news, and lots more.
There's also a great sports trivia game. It's really challenging and a lot of fun.
It's fun at your fingertips.
The sports and entertainment line. Call now.
$2.99 a minute.
I've had a computer for a couple of years now, but to be honest, I didn't see what all the fuss was about. Then I got America Online. Now I use it all the time. It makes my life easier. Why? Use email to send messages to family and friends. Point and click your way around the internet with America Online's great new web browser. And there's more. Scan hundreds of magazines, get sports scores, enjoy hobbies, even shop online. So call this toll-free number and get everything you need to make your life easier and more fun.
Back on Sportsline as we're talking about Central Bucks West football, the East-West game, Plymouth Whitemarsh coming up. Dan Carey and Mike Carey are joining me, and thanks for being here, gentlemen. I know it's a busy week. We had to pull these guys out of, practice and looking at films and all. First off, congratulations, another title to both of you.
Thank you.
Is it rewarding as, say, the first title that you were a part of?
Yeah, they still don't get old. They probably get better as I get older and as a minute longer, and just because everything's that much more competitive. This one probably is the most satisfying of all the years I've been involved.
How about you, for you, Dan? I mean, you're kind of a newcomer to this.
Well, this is my 4th year coaching and my 4th title, and they definitely get better.
Now, West gets the top seed in the District 1 playoff. When you go into a season, I'm sure naturally it's to win the title, but do you think about seeding in playoffs?
No, not at all. I mean, any coach in our league will tell you that you try to stay focused week to week, and I know that's kind of a lingo that everybody uses, but we truly do that at West. We try to stay focused. We had a big game, the number 1 game of the year against Cumberland Valley. Followed that up with Norristown in Pennsbury, and each week in our league is so tough, especially physically. And then as you got close to the end, I mean, with the community talking and that game looming that we just had Saturday night against CB, so it was tough to stay focused, but we did a great job. I thought I think we're peaking at the right time of the year, and now all of our focus is on PW.
Dan, you mentioned when we were talking that going into last year's game against PW, it was a team that had some injuries. You had to use a couple of juniors, which you felt kind of hurt because it's a tough situation. How's it stand this year?
Well, first off, we were definitely banged up last year. I think this season took the toll on us, and some of our key players were nicked and some key players were out. This season's almost full reversal. I think everyone's pretty healthy. You have your typical injuries that you get during the season, but I would say overall we're pretty much healthy and ready to go into the playoffs.
As the assistant head coach, when you're looking at the overall team, that is a concern to keep everybody healthy?
Most definitely. Again, coming through this tough Suburban 1 Power 10 conference, you take your bumps and bruises, and we surely did. At the beginning of the year, we were probably not to full strength until 6th, 7th week of the season. We are just about 100% healthy right now. Everybody's practicing, and we had one of our best practices of the year today, which I don't know whether I should take that good, positive or negative, but I think we're on a roll.
Yeah, but when you talk about peaking, now you have to keep it on that level through the week.
You do. Coming off that East week, it's such an emotional high. As their coach, Larry Green, will tell you, one of his big tasks is going to be get his team to turn around and get ready to play some great football like they're capable on Friday night. You're just drained. I feel like there's 1,000 pounds lifted off my shoulders. All the coaches have talked about that because the East week, even though the playoffs are so important, that to the community and our program is just the highlight of our season. But our kids have responded well. And yesterday we went real light. It's tough coming back from Saturday. You only get one day off. Today we had a great practice, and we told them they can watch the game tonight, enjoy it on TV, and then all focus is on PW starting tomorrow.
Okay, and that game is Saturday night. And actually, West had the choice going in of Friday or Saturday night on War Memorial. Why did the coaching staff and Coach Pettin decide to go with Saturday?
Well, we felt that, playing a Saturday night game, if it was a Friday night game against East, we would probably chose to play Friday night. But with the Saturday night game and, being it was a physical game, we wanted the extra day of work and extra day of preparation.
We have an email question. This comes from one of our viewers, and that's Bill from Chalfont. And Bill writes, why would Coach Pettin go with Saturday night when you look at War Memorial Field and the condition of the field keeps deteriorating? Why stretch it out the extra day? I can understand your reasoning, but I think Bill's is a good question.
Hey, that's it. It really was not in our consideration. It's a great question. It's one that's been posed by the community for the last 5 years. You ask any coach in the Suburban 1, it's the worst playing conditions in the Suburban 1. And I think there's some things in the works to improve the field. It's just, totally overused. I mean, you got 2 soccer programs, 2 high school football programs, some JV programs, powder puff football. It's a tough situation.
Now, it's interesting. We were talking during the break about the playoff week with East playing on Friday, you folks playing on Saturday. If there's bad weather, and I guess it's now the PIAA's call bad weather to call a game or to move a game, or is it the school's call?
You got me on that one. I'm not sure. I would think it'd be our call being the home team and the number 1 seed, and probably Larry's call on Friday night from CBE since he's the home team. And I think both teams want to get it in, but that extra day, you'll have that Sunday day in case there is a rain-out problem.
Right. Now, the thing is, what we're looking at, I'll look ahead as a member of the media looking ahead. But if East and West would both win this weekend, does that mean they meet in the finals on the following weekend, Danny?
Yeah, we sure do. We meet the following Friday, and that'll be at War Memorial Field, and I'm sure that's something the community would like to see again. It'll be a great matchup once again.
Okay, so that Friday leaves you again a couple of days to get in, because as we get in, it gets tough with this weather.
Yeah, it sure does.
Okay, that's the end of the conversation. If East and West should win, we'll let them focus on Plymouth White Marsh. Last year they were the team they stopped you from advancing in the playoffs. And I didn't realize this, but you did not score a point against PW. And how hungry is the team this year to avenge that loss? And let's start with the assistant head coach.
I think the team's real hungry. We were embarrassed last year down there at their field. First time we've been shut out in about 15 years. And as Dan alluded to, we were not near full strength. We were also a very, very young and mature team with 5 or 6 seniors that were the starters, and they left us. And we're a mature team this year. They are a great team. I mean, they only lost 3 or 4 of their key players. They basically have everybody back that went to the Eastern Regional. But we're looking forward to it.
And Dan, you talked about how it really was a 6-0 ball game, and West was in it, but you got stalled at the 4-yard line.
Yep. We had probably one of our better drives of that game where we took it down to the 4-yard line, and I don't remember all the plays leading up to that, but I know we had an opportunity to score on 4th down, and the play was open, and it was just we just didn't execute the final part of the play, and I think that would have shifted the momentum a little bit and put it back into our favor. It might have awoken us. I think we were a little flat also, and even a team that's next, I think if they get a little momentum going, they're going to be in the game to the end. I think that would have helped us.
When you look back at that game, why do you think the team was flat?
I think it was a combination of two things. One, we went through a very, very emotional week against CBE, which I alluded to. It takes its toll. The following week, we opened up with Coachville, the biggest high school team I've ever seen in my life, and to this day.
I remember
Physical game. We came out on the upside, but it took its toll. Our best defensive tackle, Tom Houth, who was starting as a true freshman for Kutztown, did not play at all in the PW game. Our other defensive tackle was hurt. Our one linebacker, Chris McNutt, didn't practice the whole week and tried to play in the game. We were just beat up. And it was not the same West team that had met East 2 weeks earlier, but you don't make those excuses. You go with what you got. I just feel better about the team. We're a year older, and most of the guys are back that took that loss hard.
Now, Dan, you talked about War Memorial Field and the situation, but it has to help that you guys will be home this year.
Yeah, you always love to play home. You have your home crowd. That definitely just the energy and the excitement, I think, picks the kids up and gives you something more extra to play for when you know you're playing in front of the whole community or your parents and friends.
Does it help in practice this week that you saw Plymouth Whitemarsh last year? Have they changed a lot over the years? Did you look at films from last year and films from this year, Mike?
Yeah, we've looked at last year's film against them probably 2 or 3 times already, and we have some film on them this year, and they haven't changed a lot. They're just very, very diversified offensively. They pressure you defensively with a heavy front, and what separates them like anybody else? Schemes are schemes. They got the athletes that can run the schemes, and as I said, except for their quarterback and one other guy, the wideout that hurt us, number 7, their whole backfield's intact. They got a Division I offensive lineman, linebacker, and they've been on a roll the last 4 or 5 weeks, averaging about 40 points a game.
Last week it was West beating Central Bucks East 21-3, and both offensively and defensively, I guess the score tells the story. How about the offense? Going into the game, East switched from that 4-3 Dan to the 5-2. That was, I guess, to get rid of your outside game.
I believe that was probably the main focus of it. Seemed like they were basically trying to concentrate, taking away Dennis Cliggett and Travis Bloomgren. And I guess they thought the 50 would help them in that regard. And it seemed to do a job on the first at least quarter and a half. And we sort of shifted our game plan, and we thought we found a little weakness, and we started trying to exploit it by running Dave Armstrong between the tackles, and we were very successful with that.
Now, is that how you adjusted your offensive strategy right away, or did it take a while to figure it out?
Well, it seems like it took a couple series, that's for sure. I think every coach was given his input, and it does take a couple series to adjust to something like that when you're not prepared for it.
Now, you said you have a call list that you talk to Coach Tech?
Yes, we go into every game with a must-call list where there's a certain amount of running and passing plays that we want to try to execute and at least work on during the game because we think they're going to be successful against a certain defense. Now, when they come out in a different look, a lot of them plays are basically to be tossed over your shoulder. You got to start working on some of the things that you've worked during the season and pull some things that you haven't really used for a couple of weeks, and hope the kids are going to still run them the way you want them to run them.
What were your thoughts when you saw them come out in the 5-2, Mike?
Well, Dan sitting next to me, I had some hard thoughts that run the fullback. I was expressing myself and right away, and we have a lot of weapons at West, and we all as coaches felt going into that game that our offense would move the ball, move it successfully. Nobody has stopped us. And they did a great job. I got to give them credit. They came up with something to take away our number one threat. They did that. We hadn't used Dave Armstrong that much just because it's tough to get the ball in so many people's hands. And Dave responded with 27 carries for almost 160 yards. And, he was just a man among boys out there at times.
154 yards rushing, and he had great blocking, but he did a good job against 2 of the largest linemen from Suburban One. That would be Nick Kruger and Mitchell. They have a combined weight of 550 pounds. How about talk a little bit about Dan's play on the field, the job he did rushing in the 2 touchdowns. Who wants to take that one? Dan, you want to talk about
Dave?
Or Dave, I'm sorry.
Dave.
Yeah.
Well, Dave's the kind of kid, I think he's always willing to take the burden if we're going to give it to him. He's definitely a gamer, and he seems that every time you give him the ball, he's going to get better. To me, he seems like he's a better runner come the 3rd and 4th quarter, because I think he really wears the defense down with his size, and he's got a great combination of size, speed, and agility, which not many guys at 250 pounds have that. And
well, what were the 2 touchdowns for Cole?
Oh gosh, I think they were just basically fullback dives or fullback off tackle.
Right.
Real basic. And if you look at the film or look at the game tonight, you're going to see we stuck with basically 4 or 5 plays from about the halfway through the 2nd period on. We just took what they gave us. We didn't get fancy. We just kept repeating the plays out of different sets, out of different looks.
When you talk about Musburger and Mitchell, they're big guys. But this whole league, there are a lot of big guys, right?
Right. There are. The week before we played Abington, who overall was probably the biggest team in the Suburban one. East Shirley has great size. Pennsbury has a couple 300-pounders. Benstown was big. And, we're just average size. But we have a above average size fullback. And Dave Shirley showed that Saturday night.
Now, he's a junior and a captain of the team. And I said before, it seems like he's been around for years. I didn't realize he's been there since he was a freshman on the last team. What about his leadership and how has that contributed to the team's success this season?
No, Dave's a great leader. He's first 11th grade captain ever at West. And, early in the season, he was leading by example because he had 3 seniors that were captains. But as the season's going on, Dave is really jumped up, I would think, in the forefront there. And his play exemplifies the way he is. Dave's just a go-get-him, 100%. He's all out in practice all the time. He never comes off the field. He's on our punt team, our punt return, our kickoff return. He's one of the best defensive ends in the league, and he's just a great fullback.
The first time this season that East didn't make it into the end zone, their offense held to 126 yards rushing and 28 yards passing. What was the key to stopping them when did they throw any surprises at you when they came out offensively?
Yeah, they threw a couple little wrinkles in there, a little bit of unbalance with Panical at the wing, doing a little bit of motion, jetting back and forth. Not really. They pretty much stuck to the game plan and gave the ball to Fitzko, which, as a defensive coordinator, it has that has the one good side is we knew who was going to take the burden for East, and we thought that the team speed we had defensively would really present problems for East, which it did at times. Other times they were successful running the ball on us, but you can't expect to stop them. I mean, they have some good people blocking up in front, 2 real good fullbacks in front of Fitzko, and Andy Fitzko is one of the toughest high school runners we have faced in a long time, especially hitting the hole in terms of quickness. But we put some major shots on him, and we penetrated more than they've had any team penetrate on them all year. And when they got crunch time down in the red zone and shortened the field on them, they had some tough times.
When you look at this East team, Dan, and you played in this game, how would you compare this East team to some of the East teams that you faced?
Well, I think you'd have to rank it up there as either one of the top 2 or 3. I know that one of the teams that I faced as a junior, the team with Scott Stankavich at quarterback, Joe Kozak at running back, Bob Branch at fullback. I don't know if you can get any better than that as skill people. So I would definitely have to say you'd have to rank it up there in the top 2 or 3. Their size, their offensive line is very good. They have an excellent all-leg tight end. As Mike stated, they have 2 good fullbacks. And with Fitzko, it's one guy that, I have no problem saying. I definitely respect him, and I think he's one of the best backs in the league. The guy is very tough and hits the hole very quick.
As a coach, Mike, when you look at the East team that we saw Saturday night, what about some of the other teams you faced? Everybody seems to talk about that Stankavich year. But any other teams that
compared to other East teams?
Other East teams.
I think in some areas there's been other East teams that have been more potent. I don't know if there's been a better back than Andy Fitzko, and Mitchell and Panical are extremely good. But I don't want to slight any. Some of the other East teams had great skill people, and East had some young people at some of the other skill positions, and. I don't want to say too much because we have to play them in 2 weeks. But, they have their record speaks for themselves. Nobody had stopped them going into our game. we felt comfortable that we would present a lot of problems to them. And, I'm still smiling.
I can
Still
tell.
smiling.
Yeah, happy individual. As we head into the break, one question: what does this mean now we head into the playoffs? That two schools are both in the playoffs. Good for the community.
Great for the community. I mean, I've never seen so much interest in the last month over the East-West game. We're pulling for them. I mean, I'd like to see them beat Downingtown, and it would be a great thing for the community. I hope we can get by PW, and then we would meet them again. And that would be unbelievable. And yeah, the interest here is at a record high right now.
All right, we're talking with Dan Carey and Mike Carey from Central Bucks West. Mike is the assistant head coach and defensive coordinator, and Dan is the quarterback and defensive back coach. And we'll be back to talk more about East-West and Plymouth White Marsh coming up on Sportsline.
You're in for an adventure at the Adventure Center, indoor rock climbing gym and adventure facility. The Adventure Center welcomes both seasoned and novice climbers, plus families and children of all ages can walk right in and have fun. Call for details on special weekly classes, birthday parties, beginner packages, and group rates. Admission is available through day passes or membership. Call the Adventure Center and begin a new adventure now. 215-230-9085, located off Old Easton Road in Doylestown. Stop what you're doing and listen to some of the best reasons to seek out the chiropractic services of Dr. Rick Mercadante. There's a definite difference in my performance due to Dr. Mercadante's chiropractic care.
I had left my business and was facing surgery for carpal tunnel syndrome when Dr. Mercadante saved me from surgery and restored my ability to work again.
The pain after my accident was excruciating. Dr. Mercadante helped relieve my pain.
Dr. Rick Mercadante can make a difference in your life. Call today.
If you're serious about developing rock-hard abs, well, there's only one choice. It's the Ab Roller Plus. It's the last abdominal product you'll ever have to buy.
Introducing the Ab Roller Plus, the only complete abdominal workout that supports your head and neck for a safe yet super intense abdominal workout.
These people have never used the Ab Roller Plus before today. When I tried, it was phenomenal. My back didn't hurt. My neck didn't hurt.
I think it's a lot easier than doing sit-ups, easier in the neck and back.
For just 3 easy payments of $29.95, we'll include this free 5 easy moves in 5 minutes workout video. Get maximum results with minimum strain. Call and order the Ab Roller Plus right now.
Make a call today and get the Ab Roller Plus.
Use your credit card and call 1-800-801-1001 to order the Ab Roller in just 3 payments of $29.95 plus $12.95 shipping in U.S. funds, or send check or money order to the address shown. That's 1-800-801-1001. Call now.
The all-new Ristorante Sorrento, not your ordinary pizza shop. We also serve fine Italian cuisine in our newly renovated dining room. Look for our daily blackboard special featuring pasta, fresh veal, chicken, and seafood. Entrees start from $6.95 to $15.95. Reservations are suggested on the weekends. Be sure to try our delicious summer special, 2 large pizzas for only $11.99. Pickup and delivery available. In addition, Ristorante Sorrento is now available to cater small parties of up to 75 people. For more details, give us a call at 215-340-1133.
Back on Sportsline as we're discussing Central Bucks West football with Mike Carey and Dan Carey. Another email question. Lisa from Doylestown has a question. Let me tell you that we do accept email questions. Sportsline@AOL.com is the email address. Lisa writes, is this the first year that East and West remained unbeaten until the East-West game? I can answer that. Yes, it was. But was it any different with both teams going in undefeated? You're just worrying about your undefeated record and not even thinking about West being, or East being undefeated.
Yeah, well, both teams were going in to play for a title. I mean, I don't think I kind of pinched myself today when I looked at in the Inquirer and saw we were ranked number 1, which I knew that, but 10-0, and I kind of reflected and said, gosh, we've played 10 games already. You kind of focused every week and all your energies into that game, and I mean, that was the East-West game. Whether we were 1-10 and they were 1-10, the winner of that has bragging rights for another year. And on top of that, you had the championship and the number 1 seed in the district. So there was a lot at stake.
Central Bucks East will be taking on Downingtown this Friday evening at War Memorial Field, and Central Bucks West playing Plymouth White Marsh, as we've been discussing. SCC will be there for both games, providing television coverage. And here's the schedule. The West game will air next Tuesday, November 12th at 8:30, and our pregame coverage will be on Sportsline here at 8 p.m. And the East game will air on Thursday, November 14th at 8:30. And Dan, from your perspective, what are you doing to prepare for PW this weekend? I know Mike's cutting down a lot of film and spending a lot of time with Coach Fenton.
Mm-hmm.
What's your job?
Basically, just trying to work with my different positions that I have to coach, quarterbacks and defensive backs, and just trying to get them ready defensively, what to expect, basically what PW throws. They throw a lot of different combination patterns, a lot of play action patterns at you. So I think if you can prepare these kids to know or try to expect certain plays out of different sets, that helps them tremendously. On the offensive side, just trying to keep the quarterback progressing, trying to get him to improve each week, and hopefully he's going to keep playing good games down the stretch for us. He's a very key player for our team.
Another email question comes from Jerry in Warrington, and Jerry writes, he's noticed more than a few former West players are part of this coaching staff, and do you think this helps solidify the team's efforts?
Yeah, it does. The coaches come in, and in the last 10 years, we probably had upwards of 15 guys at different times that have played for Mike. They know the system. They know how, the demandings of the system in terms of hours, in terms of the off-season program. They can relate to the kids in terms of they've been there. We run a hard program, and Coach Pettine says it all the time that it's not for everybody, but the guys that stick it out, it's lifelong rewarding, things. And yes, it's great having a lot of former players on the staff.
And I guess the key word would be tradition, right, Dan?
Without a doubt. I mean, like Mike said, most of the coaches who have gone through the system have won championships, have been in playoff situations, so they can relate to kids, and I think the kids respect that and respond to it.
I know you're focusing on what's coming up in the district playoffs, but is there ever a point during the year when the coaches are just sitting around talking to look at the other part of the state and some of the football programs out there and some of the teams that, down the line you may be facing?
Well, now and then they'll come up in conversation. Sometimes somebody will get a paper from maybe the Harrisburg area, and you'll see, the Penn Hills or Cedar Cliff or North Hills, is ranked high. But at this point in time, I mean, we haven't looked at any film or looked at anybody except for CB East, and now we're looking at PW. I don't know anything about Downingtown except what I read, and I wish East a lot of luck. And I hope some of that luck follows us also. Well, we wish you luck against PW. Hope that we'll be covering yet another Central Bucks West game next week. Thanks to Dan and Mike Carey for coming on the show from Central Bucks West coaching staff. Now, after tonight's Sportsline program, it's the game we've talked about this evening. Central Bucks East, Central Bucks West, crosstown rivals. It's always a classic at War Memorial Field. Next week on Sportsline, Jeff Sakaitis from the Intelligencer Record and one of our SBT sports commentators will come to talk about West and Plymouth Whitemarsh, along with the East Downingtown game. Again, Mike and Dan, good luck. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dan Taylor, and enjoy the game coming up.
There is an electricity in the air tonight that is reserved usually for the only most special of occasions. It surely was like this in 1966 when the Green Bay Packers and the Oakland Raiders suited up in the first Super Bowl. In 1971, it was like this in Manila as Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier stood toe-to-toe and duked it out for the heavyweight championship of boxing in the Thriller at Manila. Surely Game 6 of the 1974 Stanley Cup playoffs, where the Philadelphia Flyers became the first expansion team ever to win hockey's Holy Grail, had this same fan and player intensity, as did the Fiesta Bowl of 1987, where two undefeated teams, Penn State and Miami, butted helmets for the national championship of collegiate football. And so it is tonight, as the mighty Bucks of Central Bucks West toe the turf against the powerful Patriots of Central Bucks East. Now, they've met 27 times before, and the Bucks have come away victorious on all but 3 occasions. But there has never been quite a team like this East team. Led by Beef Brothers Josh Mitchell, 6'5", 280 pounds, and Mike Moosbrugger, who stands 6'7", 270 pounds. The Patriots front six averages 245 pounds. And when they open those gaping holes, Andy Fisco, their everything running back, knows what to do. The senior stars rushed for an astounding 1,556 yards, averaging 172 per game, and has hit pay dirt 20 times as the Patriots have punished opposing defenses for 317 rushing yards per game. Perhaps the only team in the area and possibly the state who can match East on offense. Well, they are their opponent tonight. The Bucks are led by perhaps the finest all-around athlete to ever take a snap from center in quarterback Travis Blumgren. The senior signal caller has passed for 883 yards, completing 61% of his passes, and he's rushed for 668 more, averaging 8.8 yards per carry. He's joined in the backfield by lightning quick Dennis Pliggett, who has hauled the mail for 765 yards as well. And when the two running backs are picking up that much real estate, somebody special is usually leading them into the line. That someone is Dave Armstrong, the junior behemoth running back, who delivers crushing blocks to clear the way for Blumgren and Pliggett. But Armstrong, who is the first underclassman to have ever been named captain of the Bucks, also can carry the ball, as his 578 rushing yards show. Now, both teams have been special on defense as well, with Moosbrugger and Mitchell keying a run-choking defensive line for the Patriots, and Blumgren, a cat-like defensive back, with 5 interceptions for the Bucks, who are giving up less than 7 points per game. Add to the offensive and defensive stats the fact that this marks the return of Larry Green to the East sideline as coach after a brief stint as the Pennsbury head man, and you can see why this game is so special. But there is one more reason, and it is big. For the first time in history of this heralded series, both teams come into the game undefeated and ready for the playoffs. West is ranked number 1 in the area, number 2 in the state. East is number 2 in southeastern Pennsylvania and number 3 in the state. And so it comes down to this. On a wintry evening in early November, it's power versus power. Green versus Patton. Undefeated versus undefeated. It's Central Bucks West versus Central Bucks East for all the marbles. And it's coming up next on SCT. One-leg high school football tonight is the game that we've been waiting for since 1995. The Central Bucks East Patriots take on the Central Bucks West Bucks here at War Memorial Field in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. Good evening, everyone. I'm Bob Friedman. Along with me, Tommy White, and on the field will be Greg Betts. We will stand for the national anthem, and we will take it away right after the national anthem.
For years, the friendly and knowledgeable staff of Gem Jewelers has been helping you select the finest jewelry for all of life's important events. Now, Gem Jewelers has moved both of their stores to one expanded location on Route 611 at Bristol Road. Inside, you'll find a spacious new showroom with one of the largest collections in the area. You'll find great values on their large selection of diamond engagement rings, watches, and designer jewelry. Their new line of porcelain figurines make great gifts, too. They do all of their own work, and a graduate gemologist is always on hand. So for all this and the same great prices, stop in at Gem Jewelers.
Choosing the right college is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make, and the right choice may be closer than you think. Delaware Valley College offers Bachelor of Science degrees in Agriculture, Business Administration, Computers, and Science. Delaware Valley College features small class sizes and hands-on learning opportunities. Get involved in a multitude of activities or just have fun with new friends on the college's picturesque campus. Delaware Valley College, celebrating 100 years in 1996. For more information, call 215-345-1500.
Looking for an exciting, fun atmosphere with great food and beverages? Then come to the New Britain Inn. For over 20 years, Mike and Beverly Carey have made the New Britain Inn a place that welcomes everyone. But what makes the New Britain Inn special is their food. The NBI is a great place to go for lunch and dinner and features great nightly specials, like all-you-can-eat crab legs, turkey dinner, homemade roast pork, homemade meatloaf, and prime rib. Also try their great soft-shell crabs, homemade crab cakes, fresh shrimp, and steamed clams. The New Britain Inn is located on Road 202 in New Britain, just outside Doylestown.
We put a lot of miles on our car. We need it to be safe and reliable. That's why we rely on Bergey's Tire and Auto Service. With us, it's work, practices, and away games. Bergey's recommended new tires last fall. Good thing. Remember last winter? They pay special attention to preventative maintenance as well as repairs. They're reputable and right in our neighborhood. Put 70 years' worth of experience to work for you.
Bergey's Tire and Auto Service, 6 neighborhood locations.
And we are back at War Memorial Field in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. Bob Friedman along with Tommy Wade. As I mentioned, Greg Betts will be doing sideline coverage. Right now, we have the introduction of the players. Central Bucks being introduced right at this moment. Andy Cisco is being introduced here. Roar from the crowd. He is going to one of the main menus here, Tom. Just named 2-2 for the total package. Andy Cisco. And right now introduced is number 42, it's Greg Pennicow from the great football family, the Pennicow family.
Pennicow, he's juiced up tonight. He's a really emotional player, loves to play football.
Dorian Thompson, and now Adam Ratcliffe.
Dorian Thompson, Adam Ratcliffe, both guys lead this team in tackles. Two tough kids.
Andy Kane, the kicker, also being introduced.
Andy's had a fine year kicking the football.
Jamie Hornstein, defensive end and guard. Rob Dean, defensive tackle. Josh Mitchell, one of the Beast brothers, the big guy. Mike Mathis, 6'2", 250. And the second half of the Beast brothers, Mike Mooseburger. Lou Sapolo, another fine lineman. James Cahill, another good player. Another great player. And as you look at the seniors of Central Bucks East, they have introduced them. Now, East is the visiting team this year. West is the home team. And now that they'll introduce the seniors for Central Bucks West. Tommy, it's been hyped, and it's been hyped, and it's been hyped, but I'll tell you, it's living up to it. And now you hear the fans standing on this side of the field. We're right behind all the CB West fans, and we'll see you hear the introductions now. Travis Blumgren. Big year for Travis Blumgren. Butcher Fabian. Steve Patterson, fine kicker. Dennis Cliggett, another one of the big running backs for West.
Dennis looking for a big night tonight.
Corey Banning, the cornerback. Jason Antunes being introduced. Paul Pichotti is introduced now, linebacker.
Paul Pichotti back from injuries, looking for a big night.
Mike Rampula introduced. Chris McNutt has had a great career here.
Chris McNutt, great player for West.
Another one, Leo Schultz, another great career here. Brian Peretta, defensive end. One of the captains, Todd Ryan. Dave Fallon also being introduced right now, offensive lineman. Jim O'Neill, another one of the captains. Great player, Adam Buckley. Dan Ortiz being introduced. James Gondak. And Kevin White.
Kevin White, big player on defense. Look for him to have a big night tonight for West.
There he is. Late time, we wanted to also mention the other seniors for Central Bucks East. Aaron Borstein, Tim O'Connor, Dave Nagel, Bill McCoach, Sean Flood, Rob Lloyd, Mike McShane. They were the ones who were introduced before we got a chance to talk about it. Andy Fisco, of course, introduced. And then after that, Damon Campbell, Dan Volrath, and then we got Greg Senecal, Dorian Thompson, and Adam Ratcliffe. Tom, a great game. Let's take it. Let's get down to our friend Greg Best on the field. Greg, what are those field conditions like down there right now?
Thanks, guys. Festive atmosphere down here on the field. The electricity just unbelievable down here. Field conditions fairly good, except for right here in the middle of the field. Every year at War Memorial, because of all the games that go on, it gets a little dug up there. Not a lot of grass between the 40s in the middle of the field. The field in great shape. Wind has picked up a little bit. Real cold down here, so it should be a great game. Back up to you guys.
Thank you, Greg. We'll be listening to them all during the game for on-the-field commentary. Greg's going to be working down on the field. He's going to do the yeoman's work tonight. Now we have a meeting of the captains at midfield for the toss of the coin. Tommy, the wind may be a factor tonight. It's been breezing all day long, and certainly the weather will be. It's cold.
It's cold. It'll be tough early on. You get that initial hit in, you get the hands a little bit warm, a little bit of blood going. It shouldn't be a big deal.
Let's listen to the toss of the coin.
All right, I'll explain the penalty, and then we'll go from there, gentlemen. All right? Anything that goes on out here, we'll expect the utmost cooperation from the captains of the teams. Okay, gentlemen, good luck. Have a beautiful ball game. And, gentlemen, that is a head, tail. Please call it in the air. I will catch it. I will not turn it over. You ready? It is a tail. You have won the toss.
Each has won the toss.
You'll receive. Gentlemen, you would defend with gold. Step down there. Please come up here.
So Central Bucks East has won the toss. They will receive.
Won the toss. Elected to receive. CV West will defend that golden kick. Take hands, gentlemen.
We are moments away from the game of the year. Central Bucks West, Central Bucks East. Let's take a quick break and we will be right back.
At Forbes Floor Covering and Bedding, you're always dealing with the boss, Jack Forbes. All major brands of carpet and vinyl flooring are available, including Munnington and Armstrong. Also, we offer up to 50% off bedding such as mattresses by Spring Air and a complete decorating service. Forbes Floor Covering and Bedding is located at 3488 York Road, Furlong, PA. Our hours are Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 10 to 5, Wednesday and Friday, 10 to 8, Saturday, 10 to 3, and Sunday, noon to 4. Stop in or give us a call at 794-2252.
Remember your first car or the car your dad drove you to school in? Classic Car Sales can make your memories come to life. We can help you find the car of your dreams. Isn't it time you rewarded yourself for your success in life? Visit us at Classic Car Sales, where you'll be remembered both before and after the sale. Classic Car Sales, located at 760 Edison Furlong Road in Furlong. Stop by or give us a call at 215-794-2535.
Learn to play hockey at Face-Off Circle in Warminster. Programs are available for all levels, starting with hockey skating lessons or a beginner hockey clinic. For the more experienced player, there's an advanced hockey clinic where you'll learn the skills and techniques needed to be effective on the ice. Space is limited, and some requirements do apply. So sign up now and learn to play hockey at Face-Off Circle in Warminster, where the ice is cool, but the action is hot.
And we are back at War Memorial Field, Doylestown, Pennsylvania. Bob Friedman along with Tom White and Greg Bass bringing you this game of game, Central Bucks East, Central Bucks West. Great tradition, Tom. The teams, as they lined up afterwards, took a traditional handshake before the game. You saw a lot of the players hugging each other. These kids have played together in the youth leagues, the Pop Warner League for years. You know the feeling.
Yeah, there was a great article. They had a picture of the 1992 105-pound team from Warrington that won a championship, and on that team was Andy Fisco and Tim O'Connor, Ryan O'Connor. Cliggett was on that team, so it was really a neat picture.
Hey, you wonder why they won.
I wonder why they won, right? And somebody made the same comment. Could you imagine if these two teams played in one school? It'd just be phenomenal.
Well, Fortunately for us, they don't, as they both come in here 9-0. Each team has won their games by an average of better than 30 points a game. Steve Patterson tees it up. We're almost ready for football. Back deep. CD East, a low kick, and we are underway. It's going to bounce to the 20. Taken there by Manny Stepakis, and he will not get past the 15-yard line as West big on the coverage. A low kick, and it will East taking the ball. The kickoff sponsored by Middle Bucks TV, the technology. York Road in Jamison, Pennsylvania.
Petton trying not to kick the ball to Brian Scott or Fitzko. He kicks the ball off to the sideline. Manny Stepakis picks it up, gets what he can. And we talked earlier, Bob, you and I off the air about some of the things that have to happen. We said East has got to control the ball, keep away from that real high-powered balance attack of West to try to stay in this game.
Aaron Borstein, the very underrated senior quarterback of East. The first play, who else? Andy Fitzgerald's got 5. He's got 10. He almost breaks away over the 25 to the 27-yard line. It'll be a first down for CDE.
We've watched Andy Fitzgerald all year. Now he's down. He really got hit a couple times, and he's had some problems with his shoulder. I talked to Eric Fast. He was working on him this week. So we got to keep an eye on Andy's shoulder all night. Bob, he's a tough kid. He makes you tackle him. You can't tackle him soft. You're not going to trip him up. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be a fun night.
Almost broke it after almost being hit in the backfield. 12-yard gain, first down, ball out to the 27-yard line. East with the first and 10, back to split. Handoff goes to the upback and carrying it for short yardage.
That time they
not yet.
That's Adam Radcliffe.
That
time they run out of the eye. They show you the same look, but he gives the ball quick to Adam Radcliffe. He gets 4.5 yards on first down. That's a big play. Talk a little bit about the quarterback for East, Aaron Bornstein. He's done a terrific job, Bob. I think coming in, people said, he's inexperienced, but he's done a tremendous job for this East team, and looking to have a big night tonight.
That's the split again. Time to hand up goes up Brian Scott. He's got about 3, 4, 5 yards. He'll be close to a first down. So they put Brian Scott in the backfield and they winged Andy Fitzgerald out to the right side. It'll make it third and about a long 10.5 minutes to go first quarter. No score in this big game between Central Bucks East and Central Bucks West.
Brian Scott, a sophomore. Larry Green, very excited about him. He's had a very good year for CDE. Looking at him as well. Going to have a good game tonight.
On third down, the handoff goes to Radcliffe, and he's going to have the first down. As he blew through a nice hole in the middle of that line, and again, that deep up on the front line, led by Josh Mitchell. You see Mike Moosberger and Josh Mitchell right there. And it'll be a first down. The first down for Central Bucks East. And East will get a first 4. 14 brings the team out over the ball. Back to in the eye. And the handoff goes to Fitzgerald, and he is hit at the line of scrimmage. Falls forward for gain of about 2 and make it 2nd and 8.
Yeah, Ryan Buckley, his linebacker, does a nice job. He scrapes to the inside, is able to get a hold of Fitzgerald in the backfield. He spins out of the tackle, is able to get a little extra yardage out of it. It's going to be a big 2nd down for East.
First time they faced adversity on 2nd down. Had a big 5-yard gain on the first time, and now they get a 2-yard gain. So make it 2nd and 8.
I think it's nice coming in tonight, Bob. Both teams are healthy, all cylinders. Everybody's functioning on all cylinders tonight.
And up again to Fitzgerald. Nothing. Henry, he went into the line, and he was pushed back. No gain, 3rd and 8.
Big number 75, Adam Buckley in there. He does a little slant move inside, which is tough when the defensive linemen are slanting on you. It's tough to block them. There he's able to slant into the backfield, take Cisco down. And here's the first big challenge for East on 3rd and 7.
3rd and 8, an obvious passing situation. And Brian Scott switched out to the left side. Back to in the eye. Back to pass. No, it's a draw on it. Cisco, he's got the first down and more. He's out over midfield on the 43-yard line of City West. What a great call.
That was a great call by Larry Green. He really set West up, showed pass, split everybody out, and drew that defense, and Andy Cisco just took off. There it is, a little draw play, just hides the ball. What great ball fake by Warrenstein, and here's Andy Cisco. Now watch him finish this run. He's going to just try to run the guy over here at the end. He delivers the blow. There's Travis Flunger and Quiggin on the tackle.
Fastest split, right? Flip the upper. Now they go split to the right side. Handoff goes to Cisco. And Armstrong won't let him get out.
Great
Armstrong comes up through the line, and he nails Cisco for a 4 or 5 yard loss. It'll be second and 15. Dave Armstrong, the junior captain of Central Bucks West, knifed his way into the backfield, would not let Cisco get outside.
If you recall, Dave Armstrong was the inside linebacker through the year. Mike Teddy said, I think he's a more effective player as a down lineman. They got Dave playing down, and he's very quick off the ball. There he's in the backfield before the handoff, makes a great play.
Scott Warden checks in for Brian O'Huarden. Second down and 15. Forstein will do a quick looking pass. It's too high, intended for Dave Nagel. And now a third and long, and it's actually a big run by Cisco. Set them up in at the 43-yard line of West. A 5-yard loss has put them back close to midfield, and now it's third down, 16 yards to go, 7:08 to go, first quarter. Greg, if you're doing a quick reminder that tonight's slow motion replay is brought to you by Brandon Oriental Rugs, located at 3464 York Road. A new experience in shopping for Oriental Rugs. Call them at 215-794-2300, third and 15. Back to pass, Forstein. Over the middle, going to be well overthrown, intended for Scott. Well driving on the play, and it appears that the Patriots, after moving the ball nicely, will have to punt the ball away.
What a big play by Dave Armstrong. Easter's got the momentum, Bob, and he's nice through the line and takes them down after a big first down run by Cisco. So instead of having first and 10 or second and maybe 8, that big play takes them to second and 15 and makes them really dig out a hole. West does a great job to stop a real high-powered East offense.
Dennis Pliggett stands back at his own 20-yard line to accept the punt. It's a high kick. It'll drive Pliggett back. He'll let it bounce. Takes the east bounce and takes it to the 12-yard line after the 15. And he steps out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Nice punt. And West, for the first time tonight, will take over the ball. And their fans start to cheer a little bit as Travis Blomgren will lead his team out onto the field for the first time tonight. He held the ball for 5 minutes and 7 seconds, but was unable to dent the end zone.
And I think that's the key there. They were able to hold the ball for a long period of time, but weren't able to score. Credit to West defense. Now we get to see this really well-balanced West offense run by Blumgren. He's had a big year, Bob. He was honored by the Maxwell Club this week. What a great kid. We both had a chance to talk to him. He's a great kid.
Back to him in the eye. And it's a keeper by Blumgren around the right side. He doesn't have room to get outside. Cisco chases him out of bounds. It'll be a loss of about 5. Actually, the loss is bigger than that. It's a loss of about 8. Well, they give him the gain or the recovery to about the 12, so we'll cut the difference. And it'll be second and 16. Blumgren tried that outside move, and who was there? Andy Cisco.
Did a great job. As a quarterback, your responsibility is not let anybody get outside you. Did a great job, stayed outside, forced Travis to get out of bounds. And here's a big second down for West.
And there's some confusion, and West has to call timeout because they had too many people on an overload. They saw it, and they called a quick timeout, and Coach Benton can't be happy with it as they stutter out to a start, Tommy White. Well, we have a moment, a reminder, the VHS stoppage of this and all other suburban community television sporting events, well, they're available by calling that number right there, 215-345-5154, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Tom East has come out strong on defense. West is different. West uncharacteristically looked a little bit tentative, at least in the first 2 plays. or first one play, and then they had a call timeout before the second play. I think Techney just wants to get them all on the same page. This is a good timeout to take. Let's take it down to Greg Betts on the field right now. Greg?
Guys, great first series for the Central Bucks East offense. Ended up having to punt, but their offensive line did a real nice job sort of controlling that line of scrimmage until Dave Armstrong came up with that big play on first down. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Greg. So, after the loss of 6, it'll be second down and 16. It's over to second and 15. Now look at this movement. Everything goes from right to left. And they pitch the ball back to Cliggett. And Cliggett won't get much. They'll get maybe 2 or 3 of them back. So they tried a little razzle-dazzle, which is not West forte, and it didn't work too well. They'll gain 4 of those 6 yards back, but it'll make still third down and a good 12 yards to go. 6:25 to go first quarter, no score.
Coming into the game, I talked to a lot of people during the week. Everybody's expecting a high-scoring game. So you got to understand, these are 2 best defenses. You look at their scores week in and week out. You know, they're winning 49-7, 41-7. I mean, they're good defensive teams. This could be a very low-scoring game despite the offense.
On 3rd and 12, back to pass. Oregon Keeper's got a man in place. Can he get it? No! He had him off there on the right side. But too much there on the, and it'll be 4th down. The Bucks go 3 and out.
And field position is going to be key. And here it is right here for East. We got West 3 and out. They're going to punt. They're going to punt the ball from approximately their own 15, 16, 17-yard line. And we got a dangerous Brian Scott. So it'll be interesting to see the strategy here by West and who they decide to kick to. I would imagine they're going to try to kick away from Brian Scott.
Scott and Nagel stand back at their own 45-yard line to await the punt. It is Blumgren who will do the punting. He stands at his own 2. Good snap. Big rush, but he gets it away. Nice spiral. Calling for the fair catch. And grabbing the ball, but falling on it was Brian Scott. That wind is starting to play games with him, Tom, and the hands are cold.
Well, he's got gloves on, and I wonder if Larry Green is in favor of that. A lot of times coaches will say, look, it's not that cold tonight. Take those gloves off, because a lot of times you lose the control in your hands when you're wearing gloves, and there it looked like a case. He just didn't feel comfortable with those gloves.
Well, more than that, it looked like the wind kind of got to him as he went up to the ball. As he went up to the ball appeared to blow over his head. So, 1st and 10 for CD East.
They did a nice job, Bob, to fall on it after he dropped the ball.
Yeah, he made the right move. But they have the ball right at midfield, in good field position. The handoff goes to Fisco. Fisco breaks it for 5, and then he's pounded down after a nice 5-yard gain, though.
And the West bench is all over the officials right now because Pennecal, he came down the line of scrimmage, and before the ball was snapped, he came forward. It was illegal motion. They didn't make the call. And Mike Perry right now is on the field trying to get the officials' attention, and he's having no interest in listening to him. He can come sideways, but he can't come
move forward. You go laterally or backwards. You can't go forward. 2nd down. Short 5 now in motion. Handoff goes to Fisco. He's close to the first down. Inside Buck territory at about the 41-yard line. Andy Fisco moves off the right side off of a nice block by his wingman there, who is Greg Pennecal. And it's a first down for CD.
That time they showed strength. It looks like Pennecal is going to come in motion. He stutter steps, goes back weak side, and they just run power off tackle. And Fisco does get the first down. Right now, you got to say the momentum of the game and field position is East court.
4:45 to go for scoreless first quarter. East with their second possession. Man in motion is Pennecal. Handoff goes to the up back. That's Radcliffe. He's got 8. Adam Radcliffe sliced through a hole in the defensive line for a big 7-yard gain. Make it 2nd and 3, and they're getting good yardage on this first down run.
Well, you got to remember, Radcliffe had 400 or 500 yards rushing. He's a powerful back, and when you're looking for that real speed of Fisco, every once in a while they're going to give you that power. You got to respect that. Good shot of the West bench.
2nd down and short. That goes in motion. Oh, handoff goes to Fisco. The shot, he says, I don't think so. Paul Piscotty came up and crushed him.
Did a great job. Stayed right in his gap. Stayed square. And when Cisco got there, he got there square. And one thing with Cisco is you got to tackle him square. Head up, keep the butt down, wrap the arm. Here it is. Watch how square he gets in here. It's a square right up tackle right here. Boom. Head up, wraps the arm, takes him down. Great job, Piscotty.
Loss of 2 on the play, make it 3rd down and 5 yards. Back to split again. And the handoff goes to Cisco. Stutters to the outside. He's got the first down and more. Cuts inside the 25 or the 22-yard line. And Cisco with a big run.
He's just so quick, and he's got good explosion. There it looks like West had him trapped in the backfield. He just was able to kick it outside and got what he could, got out of bounds. And this East team right now is feeling the momentum.
Cisco went up the middle, saw there was nothing there. Stutter stepped and moved to the outside. Knew what to do, gets a big first down. The first 4 with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. And East is down inside the 25 of West. Backs in the eye. Man in motion now. Handoff goes to Cisco. He breaks outside. He thought they had him, and he still gets 5 yards. Andy Cisco, for all the world, they thought they had him stuck in the backfield, and he slithered away.
Buckley and Kevin White get in the backfield that they didn't wrap their arms, and we talked about it all week about how tough Cisco is. Here it is. Watch the penetration. You're going to see Buckley and Kevin White right here. Here they go. They arrive. They don't wrap the arms. You're talking about a kid that can squat a lot of weight. He's able to pull away, bounce to the outside. He's having a big first quarter.
Ball inside the 20 at the 17, 2nd and 5. Back to split. Handoff goes to Ratcliffe. He busts up the right side. He'll get maybe a yard or 2. Make it 3rd and about 3. Actually, did better than that. It'll be 3rd and a long 1. He stretched forward and got 3.5 to make it 3rd and 1.5. Ball is resting on the 13-yard line. And back to split. 4-2. Gives it to Cisco. Brought down on the back there by Paul Piscotty. Oh, another great play by Piscotty.
Piscotty, he's got an assignment. He's going to straight stunt through a gap, and he gets there clean and does a great job to wrap him up. And here's a big 4th down play.
Well, I got to think they're going to go for it rather than kicking the field goal because that wind is in their faces, and they want to talk about it. Good move by Larry Green. He wants to talk about it and see what he can do here. Because you're in a 4th down situation, you have the ball on about the 15-yard line. Tommy, it would be from the 22 would be about a 32-yard field goal, but it's going into a wind at about 15 to 20 miles an hour, and it could create a problem for them. So I'm sure Larry Green wants to set up some kind of a play.
I look for maybe him to go for it here, maybe go for it conservatively on a double count, hoping maybe to draw West off. West is really coming off the ball on defense. He might come in and just try to go no play with the idea that he's going to get a 5-yard penalty and then try to field goal. Let's see what he does.
This lives up to everything you want. Great defense. I mean, Paul Piscotty has just been shot out of the cannon in 2 big plays. Dave Armstrong, the big play for Central Bucks West as well. Cisco with a great play on Blumgren going on the other side. West 3 and out. One of the keys to this game, Tommy, you have found it to be true. We have 1:15 to go in the quarter. The Bucks have had the ball for 3 offensive plays.
Well, we talked. East has got to keep it away from West because West is just so explosive. They can beat you 1 play, 2 plays. Just give them 1 or 2 big plays, and that's all they need.
Ratcliffe and Cisco. Left to right. 4-2. Rolling back, he's going to throw. He's got a man. He throws too wide in the Bucks in hell. He had Ratcliffe for the first down. He was too wide for him, and he will turn the ball over on down, having gotten to the CDUS 15-yard line. But again, the Bucks are tried in bad field position.
Well, there's the play. The ball is rolling. He's got to roll to his left. Or Aaron Bornstein is a right-handed quarterback. It's a tough play, but there he's got to keep his feet moving, throw on the run. He kind of stopped, and it really took away from his accuracy. But nonetheless, here's West's opportunity. They can't go 3 plays and kick the ball here and give the ball back to East in good field position. So they got to move the football now.
Travis Lundgren leads his troops out. Back to now split. Armstrong and Pliggett. Handoff goes to Big Dave Armstrong. He's got 4. So much better start off for the Bucks in this series than the last series where Lundgren was nailed for a 7-yard loss. This time Armstrong takes it out for a gain of actually 5, out over the 20 to about the 22-yard line. That's in 2nd and 5 as we have less than a minute to go in the first quarter of this big game, East and West. No scores yet.
I was kind of surprised the first series that they didn't pump power right inside. They looked like they tried to roll out and get something finesse early. Usually they're power first.
2nd and 5. The handoff this time goes to Pliggett. He breaks through. He floats to the first down. He'll be out around the 25-yard line. And it'll make it 3rd down and about a yard to go. I got to think this is Armstrong territory.
We got 2 plays. We really got 1 play down here in this territory. But you're right. I look for this power. We're not going to make the quarter.
But we will not see it until the next quarter as we have finished 1 quarter of play. A great quarter for both teams. There is no score. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Since 1958, Eagle Creek Spring Water has been the answer for homes and businesses alike. Serving all of Buxton, East and Montgomery counties, delivery is always free. Eagle Creek offers pure bottled drinking water as well as distilled, plus a convenient office coffee service. Cooler rentals and sales are available, along with a wide selection of attractive ceramic dispensers. For new customers only, mention this ad and receive 2 free bottles of water with a cooler rental. Remember, when you reach for the beach, you reach for the best.
And we are back at War Memorial Field in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. East and West no score beginning in the second quarter on 3rd down. It is Dave Armstrong, and he's got the first down and then some. Hoists it out over the 25 to the 30 to the 32-yard line. And Adam Radcliffe is a little slow to get off. I think we have Greg Best again on the sideline. Greg?
Okay, guys, that last drive by Central Bucks East, Larry Green doesn't want to go for a field goal. He has enough confidence in his offense. They come up short with a nice opportunity there. They pass up the chance of the point, and see West now driving downfield trying to take advantage of the missed scoring opportunity. Back to you guys.
Stay there, Greg. I got a question for you after the next play. 1st and 10. Back to in the yard. Handoff goes. Again, to Armstrong, and he breaks through for another big gain, almost 10 yards. Greg, what are the wind conditions down there? I thought that maybe they might have held off in the field goal because the wind was in their face.
Well, the wind blowing in their face a little bit, and it's also blowing across the field. It would have been blowing from his left to his right. They were on the right half bar, so maybe the wind did play a factor into his decision, Bob.
Thanks, Greg. All right, a 1st down carry for Dave Armstrong, who is becoming the man very quickly here. Pliggett, of course, has been their main man for the year, but Dave Armstrong, a couple of big runs, and they are out toward midfield at the 45-yard line. The Bucks with 2 straight 1st down. Handoff goes, and this time Armstrong, no way, as busting into the backfield once again was Pennecow for the tackle.
Yep. Dave Armstrong's getting it going. We've seen him where he gets his momentum going. He really becomes a real good football player. Tough to bring down. On the one play, you saw the coach come up, try to kind of get low on him, and he just ran through that. He's a lot like Fitzo, and he's tough. He's going to make you tackle him. There's no tripping and cross tackling on him. He'll run you over.
Loss of a yard on the play. Now fatal setback is out to the right, and to the right is Armstrong and Pliggett. They string it out well, and they bury him. Oh, baby. Again, big defensive play by you.
Well, a couple times now, they got Fitzo out there, Bob, to Blumgren's right, And every time they tried to go out there, he just come up so quick and shut down that outside play, and then big losses for West.
I'm a little surprised Travis hasn't tried to put the ball up in the air a little bit more. He almost got Cliggett on that one pass play, and this time they try to run the ball. They continue to run it down. They're in a definite passing situation. 3rd down and 17 yards to go. East has just come up with a monstrous defensive play. West and East both have come up with great plays early on. We have a whistle. Let's see what we have. I think we have an official timeout.
I think you got a guy out there that maybe has some equipment problems, and they're going to try to fix it before they let him play.
Yeah, they do. They have an equipment situation here. Maybe chin strap, his wrist, could be any number of different things. Or, I'm wondering if that's Ratcliffe.
They're going to make him come out for a play. I think he got hurt. So maybe they talked to him and just wanted to make sure he was okay. So they're going to send him out for a play and then let him back in next
I think
play.
that's really what it comes down to. I think he might have gotten the throw a little bit. So Ratcliffe is out. 3rd down 17. Single setback, wing left. Rolling to his left. It's Lundgren. He throws. It's an interception. No, drop. Oh, man. Closing in beautifully on the ball. It's number 27, Manny Patrick. He had the INT, and baby, if he takes that one, he's got a lot of grass and dirt in front of him.
Great job as a defensive back. You play off the guy, and you got to break on the ball when you see it coming. Man, he broke on the ball. He did everything right but catch the ball, and East holds here, and West is going to kick it away.
Lundgren will go back again and kick to West. Moving the ball nice on a couple of big Armstrong runs. The defensive East was right there making some great plays, and Lundgren will kick it away, and they're rushing. He'll kick an end over end kick. That'll bounce. And now it'll take a little bit of a West bounce, but East will get the ball at about their 30-yard line. So CD East and CD West have played defensive football. We have no score. 9:18 to go in the half. And what has been hyped, these kids are just like sophomores, Tommy. We talked about how good a team East had coming up, and West had some great players. And here they are, my senior, heavily dominated senior team on both sides of the ball. Forcing with the back to the line, now moving. And the handoff goes to Fitzo, and Fitzo won't get much. He will not get much. I believe that was Kevin White, who was one of the leaders in there on that tackle. Along with Leo Schultz.
Yeah, Leo Schultz, nice job again from his linebacker spot. He scrapes out there, he sheds the block, and does a nice job to wrap up Andy Fitzo. And I'm sure when that group came over to the sideline, Mike said, look, you guys got to wrap your arms around Andy Fitzo and really vice grip him to take him to the ground. He'll run at it on any arm pass.
No gain on the playmaker. 2nd and 10 back. Slip wing left behind Gordon. Handoff goes on a delay handoff to Fitzo. Fitzo get about 4. Make it 3rd down and 6 to go. Scholes and Buckley on the tackle. Ball now moved out to the 34-yard line. Yardage is tough to come by here, Tommy White.
That time they run a little counter backside. West does a good job to step up there, wrap him up. Fitzo looked like he was going to be tackled for no gain, maybe even a loss. He was able to fight for about 4 yards.
The 3rd down, 6 yards to go, 7:55 to go in the second quarter. No score, back to split. Man in motion. Back to pass, Forsky. Ball is tipped, and it's going to be over the receiver's head, and East will have to punt the ball. We have a flag on the play. Let's see what we got.
I think they're going to get West for interference here, Bob. Right?
Not if that ball was tipped. If that ball was tipped, there is no interference.
And they talking, and I think that's what they're going to do.
See what they call
it off.
They're throwing the flag off. That's what they're saying. The receiver was hit when the ball was in the air, but when the ball is tipped, then all bets are off. You can kill him at that point. Nothing's called. Greg, are you down there?
Guys, that was a great call by the referee. That ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage. no flag can be thrown, even if the receiver gets hit. As soon as that ball tipped the line of scrimmage, it's incomplete or a dead ball. No penalty can be called on that play. Good call by the official.
Absolutely, as we were talking about there, once it's touched, it's over. So East will have to punt the ball away. A low snap, but he has trouble with it. He's going to have to run away from the ball. Wait, he's going to get the ball in great field position. The ball was snapped to the punter, Justin Hable, and a big break for Central Bucks West.
Bob, we've seen these East-West games over the years, and we know that special teams in a lot of the games have always been a big part of it. And there it is, a special teams breakdown, a low snap. Hable's not able to field the snap. And here's a great opportunity for West, 7:43 to go.
I believe that was Chris McNutt who got the punter, Hable. So suddenly West has the ball in sensational field position at the 24-yard line of Central Bucks East. 7:43 to go in the half. Baxter in the eye behind Blumgren. Handoff goes to Dave Armstrong. He busts into the secondary inside the 20 to the 15-yard line.
You could see it right after the play, the bobble snap and the big play by McNutt. You could see a little air come out of the East balloon. First play, Dave Armstrong behind his big offensive line, dug for 9.5 yards, and West has got a great opportunity here, Bob.
Free play here. They can throw if they want to. Second and less than a yard. Backs in the eye. Armstrong's been the main man so far, the up back. Now there's some motion. And there's going to be a flag, and it's going to be come down to the 2-yard line, but this is going to come back. I think we have illegal motion.
Well, I think there was some confusion because they had two guys in motion at the same time, and that's going to get them.
Exactly what they're going to call.
And the thing is, the ball went down to the 1 or 2 yard line, so it's a big break for East.
So instead of being down to the 1 yard line, it'll be moved back to about the 20-yard line. And instead of second and very short, it'll be second and 5.5. The illegal shift of the offense. 2 men in motion at the same time. 5-yard penalty, and we'll repeat the down.
I'll tell you, the officials have been stupid tonight in this first half, Bob. They haven't missed a beat.
Christmas Nut checks into the game. As we're under 7 minutes to go in the first half. The second penalty of the game.
Except for that little motion by Kennesaw at one time.
You are so picky. Baxter in the eye. Look at the tailback. Armstrong the up back. Blumgren. Handoff to Armstrong. He still goes through. He's down to the 5, down to the 3-yard line. Dave Armstrong could not be brought down.
Well, West has found that little seam between the tackle and the guard, and Dave Armstrong has just had huge hole in there and just run to daylight. And West is knocking on the door, first and goal on the 4-yard line.
How funny is I think the last 4 or 5 yards he was running backwards on that play.
Well, what happened was, as he hit a guy, he kind of spun, and the guy was still wrapped to him. As he tackled him forward.
First and goal, ball actually on the 4-yard line. Full house backfield for West. Handoff goes to who else? Dave Armstrong hits the pile and pushes it back for about a yard. Take a second and goal from the 3-yard line. 6 minutes to go in the half. No score. But West, after a fumbled snap on a punt, or a bad snap on a punt, taking the ball, is knocking at the door, trying to put that first score on the board. Ball is actually now placed on the 2-yard line. So second and goal from the 2. You can count on having that full house backfield in there again. Armstrong, the tailback. He's in the line. He's into the end zone. Dave Armstrong, touchdown, Central Bucks West.
That's just power football. They line it up. Dave Armstrong gets behind big Adam Buckley and runs right off his tail into the end zone. There's big Dave Armstrong. Touchdown, CB West.
So Dave Armstrong takes it 2 yards into the end zone. And Steve Patterson will try to make it 7-0 as West has taken the first score of the game. I'll tell you, East has played a great game with that one problem with the punter. You said special teams can save you and special teams can hurt you. Placements down, the kick is up, and that kick is good. And it's 7-0 CD West.
And those extra points will be big tonight. If this game remains the way it has been, a low-scoring affair, all those points that you have to get, those extra ones, you got to get them because they come back to haunt you.
Let's get on to Greg Betts at the field.
Guys, you've been talking about turnovers, and West takes advantage of the first one of the ball game, and they did it with their big beef with Dave Armstrong carrying the load. There's a lot of beef on both the offensive and defensive lines for both these teams. If you got to try and stop that big guy like Armstrong, it's tough, especially down by the goal line when he's still sick. 9 times out of 10, he's going to get in. Back up to you guys.
Thank you, Greg. As the West has taken the lead, 7-0. I'm sure Larry Green has a few words to say to his people. West cheerleaders throwing those footballs around again.
There's that new box, Bob.
Oh, yeah.
That guy came out of the energy box tonight.
And that is one fine-looking buck. I'm telling you.
I think I've seen him
look at the antlers on that one.
I think I've seen him on Cold Spring Creamery Road a few times.
Yeah, but it hasn't been moving or so as well. Teeing it up will be Patterson. Scott will be deep along with Dukakis. See if they kick it away from Scott again. He approaches it. Oh, a low one. This is going to go out of bounds. And they'll get the ball. East will get the ball in spectacular field position.
Well, they're trying to kick the ball away from Brian Scott. They don't want to give him in the open field and have a chance to break one. So, you know what? Mike Pettin saying, hey, this probably isn't such a bad thing. Even if he gets the ball, maybe he returns it to that same spot. So maybe it's not such a bad thing.
Ball is placed at the 35 after going out of bounds, and that is where the Patriots will take over. Baxter in the eye. And the handoff goes. We're going to have a man in motion. This is going to come back as they caught it this time, Tommy.
Yeah, and it's been very close, and I think the coaches from West have been in the officials' ear all night about it. It's that little step where he kind of tries to get an advantage by kind of stutter stepping down the line of scrimmage.
And that's what they've got. You know, a part of coaching is working the officials, and they do a good job. Both sides do. You saw it. You saw Pettin exhorting Ennis Peters and Mike Carey saying, hey, he's going forward. Well, that time he was.
Illegal motion by the offense. 5-yard penalty. Previous spot. First down. 1st and 15.
So it'll be 1st and 15, negating a decent run by Fisco. Now, to be very candid with you, Patriots cannot afford to put themselves in deep territory because Forsteen is a good senior quarterback, but he just is not one of the top passers in the area. They can throw, but they prefer to grind the ball out if they can. Deep handoff to Fisco. He's got the penalty yardage back. He's got about 8 yards. That'll make it 2nd down and 7. Andy Fisco did a lot of that by himself.
He's got an iron will, that kid. He just really got through there. Didn't look like he was going to get anything there either. Just keeps chugging those real powerful legs of his. And he's able to get big yards. That's a big run.
10 yards. I thought he got about 7 or 8 there. Giving him 2nd and 5. So he gets the 5 and the penalty and 5 more back. Fisco with a 10-yard gain, and they'll be 2nd down and 5. And they're in pretty good position right now. Ball out at about the 40-yard line. And in motion, the handoff goes to Fisco again. He's through the line. He's got 5. He's got 10. The ball's on the ground. The ball is on the ground, and West has got it. Andy Fisco had a big run. At the end of the run, the ball was jarred loose, and I believe the recovery may have been made. I'm not sure. It may have been made by O'Hearn. I'm not positive. Doesn't matter. The Bucks have got the ball again, and the first 2 breaks of the game have fallen to the Central Bucks West Bucks.
In a game like this, you got to be patient. You play defense. West has done everything right. Even when West moved the ball, they did a good job to stop them not let them score, and when they've had opportunities, they've made good on the first one.
Paul Picciotti is split to the right. Single step back, wing right. Handoff goes to Armstrong. He's got 3. He's got 5 yards. Dave Armstrong will not be stopped.
Well, they haven't stopped it yet. The last couple times they've run the ball, it's been 5+ yards. There he gets 5.5, 6 yards. So if it ain't broke, don't go away from it. Mike won't. I just stay right there until he does something to stop that play.
Second down and 5 after the run by Armstrong. Ball is at the 46-yard line of Central Bucks East. 3:45 to go in the half. The Bucks with a 7-0 lead. Again, the single setback, double wing formation. Lundgren, quick pass to Pliggett. Pliggett out to the left side. He breaks around the left side. He's got one man to beat. He steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line, 33-yard line. Dennis Pliggett, and I don't know how he did it. There was one blocker on 3 men. He put a little move, a little hip inside, froze the linebackers and the D-backs. Moves it for a nice game. Here we go.
But does a good job here. Now watch this. It's this little move here that freezes everybody, and then he kicks it to the outside, ball in the outside hand, and he gets the extra yardage, gets the first down, and West is on the move again.
1st and 10 after that run. That's actually a run because they're watching the subjects. That was a lateral. So that is a run, not a pass. Backs are in the eye behind Blumberg. Handoff goes to Pliggett. Pliggett's to the 30. Pliggett's to the 29-yard line. He'll have a gain of about 3 on the play. So the 2nd and 7. Timeout is being called right now by Central Bucks East. They want to regroup. And a good timeout, Tommy White. While they have that timeout, we'll take a break ourselves and be right back. Don't go away.
Remember Defender? How about Asteroid? Or Millipede? What about Tempest? TNT Amusements has many classic video games. And unlike the home versions, arcade games have high-quality audio and video, along with a full-size control panel so you can feel the fun. All of our equipment goes through a comprehensive 51-point checklist to ensure factory standards. And remember, whatever you buy, you can trade in later for another game. Visit our showroom in Southampton, TNT Amusements.
We're in the yellow pages under amusement.
Assistant head coach and defensive coordinator Mike Carey sends the team out as we have a 2nd down and 7 after a 3-yard gain. Mike Carey's been on the team for a long time, a great player on the National Championship University of Pittsburgh team back in 76. Single setback. Blumgren. With the Armstrong with the setback, he takes the ball and they're fooling around there. And Armstrong will be close to another first down. Before we say anything more, Armstrong has been great. But let's dish out some other kudos here. That front line, Adam Buckley, along with Matt Velitis, Todd Ryan, the center, Jim O'Neill and Dave Fallon, Chris McKnight at tight end, and of course, Paul Picciotti at the other end. They have been opening some holes that have allowed Armstrong to get into the secondary. It is a first down for those Bucks. Man in motion now is Schultz. Taking the ball is Armstrong. Armstrong will get about 4 on the carry. As they're grinding, they're doing what East does, grinding the ball out.
And they're getting the 4 or 5 yards a carry. There's no penetration on the defensive line right now by East. They're kind of flat. Their momentum has really been taken out by the touchdown and then that fumble. They're really flat right now, and West is taking advantage of it.
Single step back again, power left look. Schultz and Pliggett on the wings. Now Schultz goes into motion. Handoff goes to Armstrong. They'll bust it for about 2 or 3. It'll be 3rd and short. Make it 3rd and about 2. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Ball moved down inside the 15 to about the 14-yard line.
Boy, what a tough tackle by Timmy O'Connor from East. he comes up. It's just him and Dave Armstrong. He comes up, just sticks him. Does a nice job. Dave gets the a little extra yardage out of it. But I'll tell you what, it's a nice play because he misses that tackle. It's touchdown, Dave Armstrong.
Officials had a quick timeout of their own, and now we're ready to go. 3rd down and 2. Again, the trips backfield. I guess that Armstrong will get the ball. He does. He breaks off the left side. He backs in, and he got the first down at the 10-yard line. Looked like he wasn't going to get it, but then he just drove. And, you say they tackle him and turn back, but he has done that a lot. He likes to power his way backwards into the line and spin around. They've got a first down, and they can get a first down. They are just outside the 10-yard line. And now Mike Pettine, with 1 minute and 26 seconds to go, wants to call timeout and talk to his team about it. As you see, Mike Pettine,
he's talking about, I wanted a timeout, and I wanted it early.
When I call the timeout, when you see me go like this, somebody's always looking. Blumgren, or usually Blumgren. And when he sees the coach put the peace sign on, it doesn't mean he wants to face the coach. So while we have this timeout, we'll take a quick break and be right back. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry about that. I misunderstood. We were going to take a break, but we're not going to take a break. You know what we're going to do? We're going to talk to Greg Best. Greg!
Guys, Coach Pettine a little upset with Travis Blumgren there with that timeout situation. Blumgren knew he wanted the timeout. He ran to the referee instead of just signaling for it from the sideline. Coach Pettine not very happy with his decision to run down. He said, stay here with me. We're making the call from here. The West coaches have also found Adam Radcliffe shooting the gap with the fullback. Look for them to run a trap somewhere down here by the goal line, catch Radcliffe inside, run through that vacated linebacker spot.
All right, Greg. Thank you, Greg. I'll tell you, that's some good insight here. Let's see if they try to do a little trap action here.
Well, I'll tell you what, they've been so successful, just a straight-ahead power. I'd be really surprised if they don't just stay power.
Well, they only got 1 minute and 26 seconds, though, to go, and I think they only have one timeout left. Handoff goes. No, it's a keeper by Blumgren, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds. They stop the clock, yeah, but that will gain very little yardage as they tried the wide side. And it was strung out beautifully by Central Bucks East.
Radcliffe was out there. O'Connor was out there. Fitzko was out there. They really had a tough time getting outside to that side. A lot of speed over there. Good call. I mean, you're looking power. He puts it on Dave Armstrong's hip, puts it away. You think it's an automatic touchdown, but he did a great job of defending that. And here's a big second
Keep our eye
down
on
play.
number 44, Radcliffe, who's lined up a middle linebacker. Handoff goes to Armstrong. No, it's a pass. Oh, and he had him. Plinkett was wide open, and the ball hit him in the worst possible spot, right between the 2 and the 1, and bounced away harmlessly. Blumgren put some mustard on that one through a great pass. Plinkett just frankly did not come up with the ball.
Looked like Dennis ran a real nice pattern. He was in the end zone. And, as you're running out for a pass, sometimes you're making little adjustments to your arms and your legs. And I think he just caught Dennis kind of out of kilter, and he just wasn't able to catch the ball. Nonetheless, 3rd down and a big play
And a
here.
great play action move by Blumgren.
You don't score here, you consider a field goal.
Absolutely. You got to come away with points here. Back to pass. Looking. Got time. Throws it. Incomplete. Wanted Pichotti, who was crossing there. He also had in the back of the end zone. Plinkett threw it too high, and here comes Steve Patterson. So, I guess you might call it a moral victory for East in the fact that they kept him out of the end zone for touchdown. Now Patterson will try to put the Bucks up 10-0.
Travis took a good hit, too, at the end there. He hung in there tough. Threw that ball. Yeah, I think he looked, and realized, I got to get rid of this. Did a smart thing, threw it away, took a shot, and here's a chance for West to go up.
Remember, the holder is Bill Stone, who's the backup quarterback as well. Ball's placed, it's kicked, it's high, it's long, it's no good! It's no good, off to the left side, and the Bucks come away empty, and the score remains 7-0. The Patriots stood their ground. Patterson hit it, And I am reminded of a field goal attempt by East many years ago, one of these days, at that exact point on the field that went the same way, wide left.
1988, 14-14 tie. We played over at James Worth Stadium at Del Val that year, Bob. Nationally recognition that night. We had all kinds of people here. West had a 48-game win streak on the line.
The East will take over with 1:09 to go. Borski, oh my, Andy Fitzko is run over.
That was Kevin White. He just great penetration, and he showed up just when the ball was handed off to Fitzko. He's lucky he didn't turn that ball over. He did a great job to hold on to it, but he got hit just as he got the ball.
Clock continues to move, and I would think that Larry Green would be content to let this clock just run out. Take a knee. The Bucks, if they do call timeout, only have one left. That's all they can do. You just let the clock run out. Backs are in the eye. Borstein will take the snap. Long count. And they'll be called for too much time.
Well, actually, I think they're going to get the West defensive end.
Is he going to have him jumping offside?
I think he moved.
Let's see what we got. Actually, it came from the side judge who does not keep the clock. Let's see who it is.
We have a dead ball, encroachment by the defense.
Very good,
5-yard
Tommy
penalty.
White. The umpires want to keep the clock, so the flag is thrown by the side judge, which would be either offside or some type of movement on the line. Now the clock will continue to move. And this should be the last play of the first half now, barring a pass or a penalty. Borstein hands it off to Fitzko. Fitzko buries himself into the line, and that should do it. We have 5 seconds to go. And a well-played, exciting first half. Only one score by the Bucks of Central Bucks West at the 6:31 mark of the half on a Dave Armstrong 2-yard run. The extra point good by Patterson. The teams go to the locker rooms. It is halftime here at Packed War Memorial Field in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. The score, Central Bucks West 7, Central Bucks East 0. We will take a break and be right back.
Choosing the right college is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make, and the right choice may be closer than you think. Delaware Valley College offers Bachelor of Science degrees in Agriculture, Business Administration, Computers, and Science. Delaware Valley College features small class sizes and hands-on learning opportunities. Get involved in a multitude of activities or just have fun with new friends on the college's picturesque campus. Delaware Valley College, celebrating 100 years in 1996. For more information, call 215-345-1500.
We put a lot of miles on our car. We need it to be safe and reliable. That's why we rely on Bergey's Tire and Auto Service. With us, it's work, practices, and away games. Bergey's recommended new tires last fall. Good thing. Remember last winter? They pay special attention to preventative maintenance as well as repairs. They're reputable and right in our neighborhood. With 70 years worth of experience to work for you.
Bergey's Tire and Auto Service, 6 neighborhood locations.
Remember your first car or the car your dad drove you to school in? Classic Car Sales can make your memories come to life. We can help you find the car of your dreams. Isn't it time you rewarded yourself for your success in life? Visit us at Classic Car Sales, where you'll be remembered both before and after the sale. Classic Car Sales, located at 760 Edison Furlong Road in Furlong. Stop by or give us a call at 215-794-2535.
TaylorMade Carpets and Flooring represents a simple concept, substantial savings, and exceptional customer service. Dan Taylor of TaylorMade divides his commercial and residential work evenly, and his customers in the Central Bucks area can choose from a wide selection of carpeting, as well as vinyl, tile, and hardwood floors. With 20 years in the flooring industry, Dan knows the key to success is customer satisfaction. Let TaylorMade show you how their attractive product lines, unbeatable prices, and unsurpassed customer service provide your home or business with that winning look.
Learn to play hockey at Face-Off Circle in Warminster. Programs are available for all levels, starting with hockey skating lessons or beginner hockey clinics. For the more experienced player, there's an advanced hockey clinic where you'll learn the skills and techniques needed to be effective on the ice. Space is limited, and some requirements do apply. So sign up now and learn to play hockey at Face-Off Circle in Warminster, where the ice is cool, but the action is hot.
Ventresca's Custom Clothier and Formal Wear owns a huge tuxedo inventory. Because we own our own tuxedos, our prices are very competitive, starting at $60. As well, we carry exclusive lines such as La Moda in double and single-breasted styles. Ventresca's can even design and make your own custom tuxedo. Since 1964, we have custom tailored and created fine menswear, and all work is done in our store. We guarantee a perfect fitting tuxedo, even for the hard-to-fit man, for unmatched elegance and style. Ventresca's.
If you're looking for equipment that will make your job easier, come to American Rentals. For over 25 years, American Rentals has made jobs easier for contractors and homeowners. American Rentals features air compressors, augers, carpentry, compaction, concrete, tractors, loaders, sandblasting sand, and much more. At American Rentals, we have the equipment to make your job easier. American Rentals, located on Route 611 in Doylestown, just above East and Furlong Road. Stop by or call us at 215-348-3472.
Looking for the extraordinary in business support services? Then come to Bentley's Business Services. Make Bentley's your complete one-stop business support center. Bentley's features word processing, desktop publishing, typing, plus full shipping and packaging services with daily UPS, FedEx, Airborne, and DHL pickups. Other services include resume preparation and printing, notary, business cards, copies and faxes, plus private 24-hour everyday access mailboxes. Call Bentley's today, 997-9065.
And we are back at War Memorial Field in Doylestown, Pennsylvania, with a halftime score. You see it right there on the Strecker Soccer scoreboard. West leading East 7-0. Tom, as hard a hitting game as I have ever seen anywhere.
We talked earlier, it's a game of field position, momentum, and opportunity. The one opportunity, West has taken advantage of that fumbled snap on the punt. They punched it in. Both teams playing solid defense. Interesting thing, I found out just at the half, Fitzko shoulder is hurting. They've taken him off defense, and we'll have to look and see how that affects him in the second half. He's got 18 carries for 79 yards. Dave Armstrong, 6-7 carries for 55 yards. He's having a big half, and it's going to be defense that wins this game in the second half.
A lot of Fitzko's carries in the first quarter. He has not been a factor since that shoulder injury started acting up on him in the second quarter. For the Patriots, a case of mistakes. 2 mistakes, and one cost them and one almost did.
The thing is, it's a 7-0 game. It's not like the mistakes have hurt them real bad that they can't come back in this game. But I think in the second half, they need a big play. They need a big break. Fitzko or somebody to break one and get himself back in the game early in the second half and make it a real interesting fourth quarter.
Well, Paul Picciotti has just been sensational on defense. He's made a couple of great plays, absolutely sensational plays for Central Bucks West. For East, they have just made the plays when they had to, except for that one situation where they had the ball. Bucks took the ball on the East 24-yard line. The Bucks have not come up against adversity like this this season. They're not used to going to that locker room.
Well,
only ahead by 7 points.
You come in against a team that's 9-0. East had some adversity this year. That Pennsbury game, they're down 9-7 with 3 minutes to go, and Bornstein pulls out a pass to Brian Scott, and they come away with a win. Sometimes those intangibles for a team really help, and East has got that one in their back pocket that says we can do it.
And take a look at the Central Bucks East marching band entertaining the crowd at halftime. The fans right now, we have Greg Betts on the field. Greg, I believe you have somebody with you?
Yeah, I'm down here with a contingent of CV West fans. Your thoughts about the first half?
Yeah.
Will West be able to hang on, get the victory tonight?
Definitely.
And what do you guys think about the possibility of these two teams meeting again in 2 weeks for the district title? Well, that's sideline from Central Bucks West's point of view. We're going to try and get something from Central Bucks East's point of view as the halftime continues. Back upstairs to you guys.
Thank you very much, Greg Benson, for the Central Bucks East band entertains the field. We'll be back for the second half shortly, but before we do, a couple of things that I want to go through. And as you watch tonight's matchup of the number 2 and number 3 ranked teams in Tooele, Pennsylvania, fans of East, West, and the Suburban One League are encouraged to show why Suburban One family is number 1 when it comes to helping a member of our community. Now, Eric Knorr, a former star defensive back at TD East, passed away this week after a courageous battle against cancer. At the conclusion of the third quarter, now the friends on the field are going to be taking up a collection. But people who would like to make a donation, and a portion of these proceeds will go directly to the Bucks County chapter of the American Cancer Society. If you'd like to make a contribution, if you're watching the game tonight, you can donate directly to a fund established in Eric's name. And you can send it to Friends of Eric. That's care of Premier Bank. Post Office Box 818, Doylestown, Pennsylvania 18901. That's Friends of Eric, care of Premier, Premier Bank. Post Office Box 818, Doylestown, Pennsylvania 18901. Now, the Knorr family extends a heartfelt thank you to everyone in the Bucks County community for their support. And folks, as we look out at the young athletes and cheerleaders and fans who are at this game tonight, it's easy to think of our children as indestructible. They're young, they're strong, and they have their whole lives ahead of them. And that's why when a youngster is struck down far before what should be their time, it truly is tragic. When you multiply that by 4, well, it's almost incomprehensible. For the Central Bucks family, both East and West, this has been a summer and fall which has truly been bittersweet. It's been a great sports year as both football teams, as we're watching tonight, have brought joy to the students and to their parents and all fans. But tonight, as we revel in the battle for number 1, let's stop for a minute and remember 4 who were taken all too soon. This year has seen the passing of Rachel Perkinson and Jody Viner, both sophomores at Central Bucks West. Adam Henry, a sophomore at Central Bucks East, and as we mentioned just this past week, Eric Knorr, a 1986 CD East graduate. Now, I knew both Rachel and Jody. Rachel was a member of Beartail Theater Group out of Chalfont, which both of my daughters belong to. Her sister Mary was a guest in our home when the CD West Orchestra competed at a North Penn High School competition a few years ago. And I also met her other sister Leah as well. Jody Vinus was active in local sports in the Lansdale area and had been a member of my younger daughter's class at North Penn before transferring to Central Bucks West this year. Her older brother Jason graduated with my older daughter, and like my younger daughter, Jody was a cheerleader, and a good one. Adam Henry was a young athlete, a reserve on this year's Patriot football team, with hopes and wishes of rising to starter status in the next 2 years. Eric Knorr knew what it was to be a starter, as he was a starter and a star with some very good East teams of the mid and late 80s. And while we mourn for them as sons and daughters, brothers and sisters, grandchildren, cousins and friends, but as the season of hope begins for us, we celebrate their lives tonight. For while their stay on earth was all too short, it was filled with joy given and received. Rachel, Jody, Adam, and Eric will always live so long as the ones who love them, family and friends, remember them. We honor their memory tonight. They're with us in every one of us, and they always will be. We thank their families for allowing us to share our lives with them. The songwriter may have said it best when he said, "Friends are like warm clothes in the night air, best when they're old, and we miss them the most when they're gone." To Rachel Perkinson, Jodylyn Vinus, Adam Henry, and Eric Knorr, we miss you, friends. Godspeed. We'll take a break.
Ever thought of owning your own jukebox? TNT Amusements has all styles plus the latest CD versions. How about renting classic jukeboxes or pinball machines for your next private or corporate party instead of a DJ? You can even rent our maze-like showroom where all the games play free. No fussing with tokens or coins. It's great for birthday parties, schools, daycare centers, and camps.
We have several party plans to choose from. Stop in today. TNT Amusements.
We're in the Yellow Pages under amusements. In 1 year, over 200,000 people got the perfect stomach with 8-minute abs. Just listen to these results.
I went from the flabby spare tire to a washboard stomach. Thanks, 8-minute abs.
I used to wear loose clothes to hide my tummy, but look, now I use 8-minute abs.
8-minute abs is great. I pop it in, I'm done, and it works.
8-minute abs takes you through a series of simple movements scientifically designed for fast results.
I use 8-minute abs, and I recommend it to all of my clients.
The secret is using the abdominal muscles in a specific sequence to maximize effectiveness, and it gets the job done in only 8 minutes.
If you've got 8 minutes and a VCR, you'll get great abs too.
Call for your copy for $19.95, and we'll include a $5 rebate coupon. That's right, it's just $14.95 with rebate, and we'll also include 8-minute buns absolutely free. Yes, you get both for $14.95 if you call right now.
Call 1-800-719-5353 now.
Since 1958, Eagles Peak Spring Water has been the answer for homes and businesses alike. Serving all of Bucks and eastern Montgomery counties, delivery is always free. Eagles Peak offers pure bottled drinking water as well as distilled, plus a convenient office coffee service. Cooler rentals and sales are available, along with a wide selection of attractive ceramic dispensers. For new customers only, mention this ad and receive 2 free bottles of water with a cooler rental. Remember, when you reach for the peak, you reach for the best. At Forbes Floor Covering and Bedding, you're always dealing with the boss, Jack Forbes. All major brands of carpet and vinyl flooring are available, including Munnington and Armstrong. Also, we offer up to 50% off bedding such as mattresses by Spring Air and a complete decorating service. Forbes Floor Covering and Bedding is located at 3488 York Road, Furlong, PA. Our hours are Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 10 to 5, Wednesday and Friday, 10 to 8, Saturday, 10 to 3, and Sunday, noon to 4. Stop in or give us a call at 794-2252.
Looking for the extraordinary in business support services? Then come to Bentley's Business Services. Make Bentley's your complete one-stop business support center. Bentley's features word processing, desktop publishing, typing, plus full shipping and packaging services with daily UPS, FedEx, Airborne, and DHL pickups. Other services include resume preparation and printing, notary, business cards, copies and faxes, plus private 24-hour everyday access mailboxes. Call Bentley's today, 997-9065.
If you're looking for equipment that will make your job easier, come to American Rentals. For over 25 years, American Rentals has made jobs easier for contractors and homeowners. American Rentals features air compressors, augers, carpentry, compaction, concrete, tractors, loaders, sandblasting, sand, and much more. At American Rentals, we have the equipment to make your job easier. American Rentals, located on Route 611 in Doylestown, just above East and Furlong Road. Stop by or call us at 215-348-3472.
Ventresca's Custom Clothier and Formal Wear owns a huge tuxedo inventory. Because we own our own tuxedos, our prices are very competitive, starting at $60. As well, we carry exclusive lines such as La Moda in double and single-breasted styles. Ventresca's can even design and make your own custom tuxedo. Since 1964, we have custom tailored and created fine menswear, and all work is done in our store. We guarantee a perfect fitting tuxedo, even for the hard-to-fit man, for unmatched elegance and style. Ventresca's.
Carpets and Flooring represents a simple concept, substantial savings, and exceptional customer service. Dan Taylor of TaylorMade divides his commercial and residential work evenly, and his customers in the Central Bucks area can choose from a wide selection of carpeting, as well as vinyl, tile, and hardwood floors. With 20 years in the flooring industry, Dan knows the key to success is customer satisfaction. Let TaylorMade show you how their attractive product line, unbeatable prices, and unsurpassed customer service provide your home or business with that winning look.
And we are back at War Memorial Field in Doylestown, Pennsylvania, where the halftime score is Central Bucks West 7, Central Bucks East nothing. Bob Friesen along with Tom White, Greg Betts on the sideline doing the interviews, doing a great job getting a feel for the game. And right now we have Greg Betts with a CB East guest right now. Greg, are you there?
We've got Coach Bart Zarko down here, offensive coordinator for the Patriots. Coach, what'd you tell your team at halftime? You're trailing only 7-0.
Well, we told them to keep their heads up. We've done a pretty good job moving the ball. We had the turnover late in the half. It gave them a little bit of momentum, and we really didn't make that many adjustments up front because our schemes were working pretty well. We just told them, keep their heads up, stay on the blocks, and get them the second half.
Any thought when you were down inside the 20-yard line of going for the field goal on fourth down?
We did think about it, and then the wind's been gusting, and our kicker, we really didn't feel that it was within his range with the wind tonight, so we chose to go for it instead of taking the field goal.
What is the big key to the second half for you guys in order to win this football game?
Well, I think first of all, this first drive in the second half is really key. We need to stop them, get field position, go down, take it in, score, tie it up, and then play tough from there.
Okay, Coach. Thanks very much. Good luck in the second half. Back up to you guys. Hopefully we'll have somebody from Stevie West right after this break.
Okay, Greg, if you can get a second, find out how Andy Fitzko is. We understand he has a shoulder problem. Maybe you can, get to him and find out one of the coaches exactly how he's doing right now. As the homecoming, this is homecoming for Central Bucks West. The Queen in the Court has just been named. That is the homecoming queen coming up right now. First half has been an exciting first half. A lot of action, a lot of great defensive plays. Andy Fitzko with some good running. Dave Armstrong, yeoman work on the other side for the black and the gold of Central Bucks West. But it was after a big turnover on fourth down. East had to punt the ball away. The snap was bounced to Justin Hable, who could not handle it. He was tackled by Chris McNutt at the 24-yard line, and from there it was all Dave Armstrong. Armstrong for 9, Armstrong for 5, Armstrong for 6. Armstrong finally from 2 yards out into the end zone. Patterson's extra point made it 7-0, and that's the way we stand right now. And I'll tell you, it's going to be quite some second half because both teams have been playing terrific defensive ball. As the West team comes back out on the field, East team has finished up their warm-ups right now. West will come back to the accolades of their fans. They lose 7-0. Remember, both teams are headed for the playoffs regardless of what happens to tonight. Both teams will head to the playoffs, and both teams will host playoff games. So there will be games at War Memorial Field next Friday and Saturday night against Ridley and Downingtown. The winner will play Ridley. The loser will play Downingtown of this game. Loser of this game tonight. So it's going to be some exciting football as both East and West are teeing it up to play in the playoffs. And if they both win, Greg mentioned it briefly when he was talking to some of the kids. If they both win their playoff games, well, we could have East and West in another 2 weeks. I mean, you could have it all over again. And I'll tell you, it could be very, very exciting. It's Tommy White. I'll tell you, it's been quite a time. We were talking about it. I know you had to step up and speak to some people, but we talked about the break that West has gotten. The playoff picture is starting to really clear up.
Well, I'll tell you what. It's a new game. I mean, if I'm Larry Green and I'm on West, I tell them at halftime, it's a 0-0 game. And it really is, except for the one breakdown and the opportunity West took care of. Obviously, East has got to get 2 scores to win, but that 2 scores might be a touchdown and a field goal. So, and we always say this, we've said it every year, defense wins championship. The team that plays the defense in the second half is the team that's going to win.
Well, I think the East is going on a momentum high right now in the fact that although they're down 7-0, they could have very easily been down 14-0 or 10-0. As again, there was a fumble by Fitzko that gave West the ball right back. They moved downfield, and they looked like for all the world they were going to get into the end zone, as they really weren't able to stop Armstrong. Some good defensive plays at that point. Now, fourth down, Patterson tried a field goal from the 25 yards out. The ball skimmed just wide left, and that's why we stay 7-0. And you got to think that's a momentum maker. We should take a look. Joe Dan McAleese, our graphic gurus, I guess you might say, showing us in the scores of the previous East-West games. And of course, if you're an East fan, you might as well go to the fridge right now. But tonight, it's anybody's ball game. That 1990 game was a classic.
That was a great game. I'd have to say that was probably the most exciting game in East-West history. Most of the other games dominated by West, but the 7-6 game in '83 that East won was also an exciting game. East blocked a field goal at the end to win.
Greg Betts has Mike Carey. Let's go right to him.
Okay, guys, here was Coach Mike Carey. Coach, what did you tell your team at halftime?
Oh, we told them to maintain their poise and continue doing what they're doing. You know, we're not real happy with what we've done so far. We've scored one touchdown, and we felt we should have had at least one more, maybe two. I hope that's not our demise in the second half. We're playing against a very physical, tough, fast team, and you can't pass up opportunities like we have.
What do you have to do in the second half to maintain the lead and win the game?
Shut them out.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck. All right, guys, you heard it from both sides. By the way, Andy Fisco, the shoulder is fine. He will play in the second half. Back up to you guys.
Very good, Greg. Thank you very much. The Captains meet at midfield. It should be West getting the ball in the second half. So we know Andy Fisco is fine. We know Mike Carey's game plan. You're going to win, you shut him out. We're just about ready for second half action. As teams get together in a pre-kickoff huddle. And we remind you that tonight's halftime kick, second half kickoff, is sponsored by the Middle Bucks Institute of Technology in York Road in Jamison, Pennsylvania. As the teams get ready to put together another 24 minutes and maybe more of football. We do have overtime in high school. So, the Bucks head out on the field. And it should be, let's see who's going back there. It's Cliggett. Yeah, I was looking for Cliggett. I was surprised he wasn't there, but he was just late in getting out there. Cliggett and Corey Potter will be deep. And they will receive Staples' kickoff. So Staples, the senior kicker, will tee it up at the 40-yard line, and we're just about ready for second half action. With the Bucks leading 7-0, they're about to get the ball back. Staples gets his team ready, and he approaches it. The skimmer kick going to go to the left side. It's going to bounce past and picked up at the 1-yard line by Cliggett. To the 5, he's out to the 10, the 15, and out toward the 20-yard line. He'll be brought down just shy of the 20, out about the 19-yard line. And it is there that the Bucks will take over.
Dennis did a nice job because that ball was bounced around the goal line. He let it finish bouncing. He got it clean and did a nice job. He brought it up just short of the 20-yard line. And West looks like they're going to go back. I expect to hear Bob go Dave Armstrong right and left until he stops him. I don't think they really stopped that play, even on where East held him. The big play where they sacked Blumgren took him out of that run idea that had a pass, but look for him to go back to it.
Power look. And the handoff goes to Cliggett. Kaboom! Now, Dennis Cliggett just got a little taste of Josh Mitchell's shoulder pad.
Great article on Josh Mitchell in the Sports Illustrated Sporting News make that national recruit. He was the 20th player listed in the nation as a recruit, and he's a big time.
And where is he going?
He's going to that school that wears, is that blue and white, Bob? What a great kid. He's got an opportunity to play offense and defense this year, and he's loving it.
Second down and 10. Handoff goes to Cliggett. Cuts around the right side. And a great two-stop tackle. We're going to flag down. And it's probably going to be a late hit after a great defensive play. I think they're going to get 15 yards. Tommy, you just can't let that happen. There's a great late hit great tackle, and then what are they going to call face mask? It's a personal foul. It's not a face mask. I think he was speared after the play was over. I was going 15 yards from the boys are a little bit catched up. And this is what's Tom. This is what you've got to have that.
Ball late hit, personal foul number 75 to defense, first down.
You gotta have that discipline. The man is down. You can't roll over him, and they threw the flag, and what should have been third and long, Tommy, is a first down out over the 35-yard line for West. Power eye backfield. Handoff goes. Carrying the ball out there is, I believe
that was Pliggett.
Is that Pliggett? I thought that was Leo Schultz on it.
Leo Schultz. What's Leo Schultz? I'll tell you, I'm surprised that they've changed and put Dave Armstrong up in that power I formation as opposed to giving him the ball. He was doing so well in that first half. Maybe they're just going to try to mix it up, show East a couple different things. But I'll tell you what, that's a huge, huge penalty.
Absolutely. Instead of third, and it would have been about 3rd and 9 with the first down. Now they're out toward midfield after a 9-yard gain. Schultz hits the line, backs in and almost has a first down right at about the 48-yard line. Depends on the spot. He may be about a half-yard shy of the first down. Schultz went the line, twisted around, and he gets about 2. They're going to measure for it, Tommy.
Based on the spot, I'm going to say he's short by the...
Let's take an injury report from Greg Betts. Greg, what's going on?
Dennis Cliggett, that last time he carried the football, took a shot to the ribs. Probably will be back in, but his ribs a little bit tender. May be a factor later on in the ball game. Back up to you guys.
And Tommy White is exactly right. They are shy by the nose of the football. So we'll make it 3rd down and a short 1 yard to go. Now this is where you might see Dave Armstrong or Blomgren can call his own number.
Let's see the formation. They give you Dave Armstrong in the backfield. You know he's...
Armstrong is in the backfield. He's lining up right behind Blomgren. This is where he usually takes it. So it'll be 3rd and about a foot, maybe 6 inches actually. And Armstrong is the single setback. It is Armstrong. It is a first down. He's got 5. And they're over midfield, and the Bucks get a fresh 4. So Dave Armstrong really didn't have to work that hard. The line did a nice surge there behind center Todd Ryan and right guard Jim O'Neill. Gets that defensive line right out of there.
Ran right behind Ryan and O'Neill and did a nice job. Good surge, good drive block. And you just get a little bit of somebody on that line, and Armstrong's going to make a lot out of it.
So it's a first down, ball now inside Patriot territory at the 47, 48-yard line. Handoff goes to Armstrong. He is wrapped up. There's only 2 guys in that field that could do that to him, and Josh Mitchell's one of them. And he just wrapped him up and pulled him back.
Well, I think what East is trying to do is they're trying to pick a gap and try to get a guy in there. Even though it looked like he didn't get anything on that play, he still got 2 yards. But it was Josh Mitchell along with Dorian Thompson from the backside linebacker spot making that tackle.
6'3", 255. Dave Armstrong, a big man, but Josh Mitchell coming in there at 6'5", 280. Made him look small on that play. Gain of 1, make it 2nd and 9. Handoff goes to Leo Schultz. And knifing through to make a great defensive play was Adam Radcliffe.
Radcliffe, a 4-year starter. And there's...
I think Schultz said something, and I think it may cost him 15. I may be wrong. They're applauding him inside.
Radcliffe took a shot at him. He actually swung at him and hit him in the helmet. Okay. And Radcliffe that is a big, big mistake.
We have a dead ball, personal foul on the defense.
Oh my! Adam Radcliffe makes a great play, then takes a shot at him. I was watching another situation over on the other side of the line, and Radcliffe must have taken a shot on that. It'll be 15 more, and again, instead of 3rd and long, it's going to be a first down for Central Bucks West. This is 30 yards that absolutely never should have happened.
They're giving it to him. They're giving it away. I'll tell you what, if I'm Larry Green, I'd pull Radcliffe out of the game for a play and give him an earful, because you can't have one kid jeopardize a whole season because he wants to get a hot head. And I think Radcliffe is getting an earful right now because Green's in that huddle.
They called timeout, and he is reading them the riot act. The Bucks have gotten 30 gift yards. I mean, there's no other way to put it.
You don't come into a season 9-0 and lose your cool and think you're going to slap at a guy and maybe use some foul. It's wrong. I mean, you can't do it, and it's a shame. It really is a shame.
Well, that notwithstanding, the Bucks started the ball out at around the 22-yard line, have moved down to the 32-yard line. So you filter that, you say 22 plus 28 plus 18, that's 46 yards. They've moved the ball 46 yards. 32 of them have been on penalty. And you can't do that against any team, let alone the Bucks.
He is Larry Green is just beside himself in that huddle right now.
And he wasted no time. He called timeout, and he was shot out of the camera out of that field. So the ball is at the 32-yard line. It's a 1st and 10 for the Bucks. 8:05 to go in the third quarter. 7-0 CB West with the lead and the ball, aided by 2 big personal fouls, penalties. And the hand of his Blumgren himself. He's got the ball himself. He's to the 20. He's to the 15. He's down to the 10. Inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Travis Blumgren on a keeper. And he takes it down to the 7-yard line. And it choked me up.
You just can't keep giving the West team another life. And on this drive, they've given them 2 extra lives. And when you give a kid 2 extra lives, especially a kid like Travis Blumgren, he's going to get there. And on that play, just a little quarterback draw, finds a little seam. There it is, a quarterback draw, finds a little seam. Most of the guys on East were looking for Cliggett or Armstrong. Didn't even know he had the ball until he got deep into the secondary. And Travis just keeps those legs chugging, and it's a big, big play.
Manny Stepakis saved the touchdown with the tackle there. Now the handoff goes to Armstrong. He's to the 5. He's to the 3. He's to the 1-yard line. And you wonder if those 2 penalties have taken the wind out of East Sales, because they just started driving to the ball with the same fire they did before the penalty.
I mean, Adam Radcliffe is a great player. He's been playing since he was a 9th grader. And done great things on this team. But the one thing he's really hurt him on this drive was that play. I mean, just really hurt him. Now, East has got to dig in. If they give up a score here, they got to fight back.
2nd and goal, the ball at the 1-yard line, 4-house backfield. Let's see if Armstrong takes the ball himself. Oh, and West jumps off. West jumps off, and it'll cost him 5, so it'll be 2nd and goal from the 6. And now it's Mike Pettin who's yelling out of his team.
Procedure on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
So now Mike Pettin is beside himself.
2nd down.
You know, you don't realize that this is a very emotional sport. Kids get pumped up. They are kids. They're 17 years old, and you're going to make mistakes. And it's a big, big game. So if there you see East makes a mistake, West can do it too. But now who's the one that recovers from it?
In that full house backfield. Blumgren to Armstrong. He's gang tackled at about the 4, and it'll be 3rd down and goal at the 4-yard line. Now, my play right here is play action to Armstrong. Into the line. And a some rollout action by Blumgren. He either carries the ball himself or looks for somebody like Picciotti or Cliggett moving out of the backfield in the end zone.
The play calling works to their advantage. They run the ball left, they're stopped. Now they got a wide side of the field to Blumgren's natural throwing side. Get him out there, give him the option to run and pass, and you know he can make things happen.
Single setback. Picciotti moves to the right side. Armstrong is a single setback. Rolling to the right is Blumgren. He throws. He's got a man. He's got a touchdown. Dennis Cliggett in the end zone. The roll to the right. The throw to Cliggett, who was wide open. And Stevie West takes a 13-0 lead. So the 30 yards in penalty come back to bite East right in the neck. And it's 13-0 with 6:31 to go in the third quarter. And Patterson will try the extra point. But Dennis Cliggett takes the 4-yard pass from Blumgren. And Patterson out of Stone's hole. Spot is good. The kick is long. The kick is perfect. Almost 6:31 to go in the third quarter. Steve Patterson has added the 14th point to make it 14-0. East trails West right now. And a reminder, the VHS copies of this and all other Suburban Community Television sporting events are available by calling SCP 215-345-5154 Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You see the Striker Soccer scoreboard right there. West leads East 14-0. Good shot of the crowd. Tommy, this is easily the biggest crowd I have ever seen in an East-West game. They are 6 deep around that field.
Well, I could tell you, I had people calling my house an hour before I got here looking for tickets. And I don't know why they thought I was going to have a ticket, but I'll tell you what, there are people trying to get tickets. The last couple of days was just a frenzy. They're standing room only, and we can only guess at how many, but you and I said speculate 9,000 or 10,000 people. Nice crowd for a high school game.
Don't let Tommy fool you. He just financed the summer vacation next year by selling tickets to the game. Patterson will line it up at the 40-yard line as he suddenly finds himself in a 14-0 hole. And you hate to say that now is the time, but now is the time. They've got to do something. More than that, West did what East had to do. They held the ball for better than 5 minutes, but those 2 penalties were just killers. And you hate to belabor the point, but that's going to be one of the big headlines in the paper should West hold on the win. Line drive kick right at one of the up men. Carrying the ball around the right side and pushing out open field tackle after the ball was carried out by Dave DeJesus. He kicks it out to the 28-yard line and is there. That East will take over. Andy Fitzgerald see running on the field. He doesn't seem to have any problem. Aaron Borstein will lead his team out for the first time this half, and they have got to make something happen right here, right now. Let's go to Greg Betts. Greg, what's happening down there?
All right, guys, we were talking about the crowd. I just talked to Mike Gold, the athletic director for CV West. He estimates the crowd anywhere between 7,500 and 8,000 people here tonight. Back upstairs.
We had that figured out. It's somewhere between 75 and 9,000 we were talking about off the air as Adam Radcliffe takes the ball. He'll carry for 8. Now, here's where you use Adam Radcliffe's anger. This kid has got bees in his brain right now. He is burning right now. So what you do is say, Adam, here's the ball, run the ball. Adam gets 8 yards on the first carry. Borstein under center, hands the ball off to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald's got the first down, cuts outside. He's got 6 or 7 more yards. He'll break it out over the 45-yard line, first and 10 for CDs, and he got hammered at the end of that play.
He sure did. Again, great block by Radcliffe on the lead, and Fitzgerald does a nice job breaking off at first down. East has shown they can move the ball against them. They just haven't been able to put the points on the board. And as Mike Carey said, we want to shut them out.
As I mentioned, you got 2 angry young men right now in Josh Mitchell and Adam Radcliffe. Let's see Green use them right now. Now movement. And the handoff goes to Fitzgerald. He's got 5. He's got 7. Andy Fitzgerald takes it out over midfield, and the Patriots move into Buck territory, give him a 6-yard gain on the play, and Mike Carey is absolutely screaming at his defense. He's about 6 yards out onto the field yelling at him. Second down, 4 yards to go, 5 minutes to go, third quarter. 14-0 West leading East, with East moving the ball smartly on their first offensive possession. One man in motion left to right. That's Scott. Borstein with a back split. Long count. He gives it to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald breaks through the line. He's got 10. He's got 15. Almost breaks it inside the 35 to the 33-yard line. Andy Fitzgerald through a huge hole.
And that East offensive line, as you said, Bob, they were angered. I think there's a couple other guys up there. Brian Song, Rob Dean, Mike Benscoter, the center, Josh Mitchell and Mike Bruce Mooseberger, along with Tenecal and Phil McCoach, the other end. Now, here it is. Watch the offense, just a little lead play into line. Good line play in there. Look at the hole in there that he runs behind. Good downfield blocking. And this East team has got a little momentum now.
First and 10, the ball at the West 34-yard line. Handoff goes to Brian Scott. He's taken out by Paul Picciotti. You know, we got to think about a player of this game, too. So let's start putting that in our memory banks. And Paul Picciotti has certainly played some fine defense today.
I'll tell you what, every time East has got a little momentum going, Picciotti has stepped up and made a big play on defense. Right there, East is chugging along. A couple big runs by Fitzko, and Picciotti says, enough of that. I'm going to take this play and stuff it. And he does a nice job to take Brian Scott down for no gain.
No gain on the play. Again, Scott in the backfield along with Adam Radcliffe. And it is Scott with the ball. Scott's got 5. Scott's got 7. Scott's got 10. He almost breaks away. He takes it inside the 25 to the 22-yard line. Brian Scott, the sophomore sensation, takes it on a big run and a first down for East.
And Brian Scott's the type of guy where he can take the ball and give Andy Fitzko a little bit of a blow on offense. There you get 2 plays to Brian Scott, get Andy Fitzko a break, and looks like West
Mike
has done a
Carey
great
has
time
seen enough. Mike Carey was jumping up and down, hitting the T sign. He has called a timeout. He wants to get this in equilibrium back on West Side as East has absolutely dominated the field. And you look back and you say there's penalties. The downside of it was West scored. But it sure got a few people steamed up front, and they are blowing the Bucks off the ball right now. Oh, my, this has been a great football game. 14-0, 3:31 to go in the third quarter. The Bucks taking the lead 14-0, but the Patriots have just pushed it right down their throat, moving the ball down to the 22-yard line where they are first and 10.
Bob, Andy Fitzko came in tonight, 168 carries. He had 1,556 yards, as you said in the open, 20 touchdowns. If he gets another touchdown tonight, he breaks the school record. But again, tonight's not about records, so we'll just put that one in our pocket and think
As I
about
look at some of the East crowd across the way, they are exhorting their team on. They're getting excited now because some great runs by Fitzko and Scott as well as Adam Radcliffe. Great blocking by the offensive line. Let's see if Mike Carey has settled his Bucks team down. Backs are in the eye. It's Scott and Radcliffe as Fitzko is out again. Handoff goes to Radcliffe. He's got 3, he's got 5, he's got 6 yards. Adam Radcliffe, and it's what happened here. Oh, he broke away and he almost broke it.
He just kept going. Like you said, he's an angry man.
Oh, baby. I turned away because it looked for all the world like he was down and look at the monitor, and suddenly he's breaking the left side. He kicks it all the way down inside the 10 to the, inside the 15. The 7-yard line. There we are. Wow, he's really running the ball beautifully. Adam Radcliffe, it'll be a first and goal for Central Bucks East.
Well, we haven't seen Fitzko, Bob. I wonder if he's hurting because he hasn't been back in the game. Brian Scott in there at tailback.
Power eye backfield behind Borstein. The handoff goes, and a great defensive play.
It's Picciotti.
Oh, Picciotti comes into the backfield and will not let him get out of the backfield. Make it second and goal. A ball back at the 9.
And every time they have a big play, Picciotti steps up on first down and makes a big play on defense. Here it is. Watch this. Watch the penetration. Watch the handoff right here, and Picciotti shows up here. Great penetration. Somebody missed a block.
Brian Scott on that carry. Fitzko is back in the game now. It is Fitzko at the tailback spot. And it is Fitzko. No, it's Borstein. And he's going to get buried back in the 15-yard line. Oh, baby. Aaron Borstein tried a little rollout, and the West defense was there. Paul Picciotti again. And they're back at the 15-yard line, and suddenly it's third and goal, and they're going the wrong way, Connie.
Yeah, two great defensive plays by West. I don't know. It looked like maybe it was a pass, design pass. He looked up. There was nobody out in the pattern, and he just took the ball to the ground. And West is really standing up to the challenge now.
Odd formation, heavy to the left side. Flag is down. I don't think I think he's going to come back. It's dropped by Scott, but I think that they're going to be called for an illegal formation. They did not have enough people covering on the right side. That's what I think.
We have illegal procedure on the offense.
Procedure on the offense. So they're not saying it's dead ball foul. So Patton has the option of
procedure on the offense. It will be declined.
Fourth down.
Fourth down.
That was a very odd formation. Just one player on the right side of center. So on 4th down, Staples will try a field goal from about 32 yards out. And whether he makes it or not, this is a moral victory for West, who found themselves suddenly in a hole with East first and goal at the 7. But Paul Picciotti with 2 great plays. It's not good. The kick is high. It's long. It's good. Staples puts it through, and the Patriots are on the scoreboard. It's 14-3 with $1:35 to go in the third quarter. We have a buck down on the field. That's Chris McNutt. He looks like he's just had his bell rung a little bit. He looks to be all right now, but the Patriots have gotten onto the scoreboard on a 32-yard field goal by Staples. With 1:35 to go in the third quarter, and it's 14-3. And now it's up to the Patriot defense.
Yeah, we said earlier, defense wins championships, and there's a test for West. East is just hammering them down the field, and when they needed a big play, Picciotti stepped up, made a big play. They had a big play on the play, looked like a pass, and they held East to 3 points. And, you hear about teams bend and not break defense. That's what West has been tonight, because East has run the ball between the 20s, or actually between the 15s. They just haven't been able to punch the ball in.
Well, the Patriot fans are on their feet. They're happy as they scored, but they still need 2 scores to get back into this game. It's 14-3. And you look back to a game shape and you see that field goal that Staples knocked through, you wonder. 4th down, deep in Buck territory earlier in the game, they go for it. He kicks it there. They're a touchdown and a 2-point conversion away from tying it. Now they have to score twice. But woulda, coulda, shoulda. Staples will hit the ball at the 40. Low squibber line drive type. Kliggett will pick it up at about his 13-yard line. Picks it out over the 20, cuts back, gives up yardage. Oh, and that may have been a big mistake. Maybe not, though. He's got a lane now. Dennis Kliggett up the sideline. To midfield, cuts inside. Oh, my, what a run. Dennis Kliggett looked like he was going to get buried back at the 15. He gave yardage up, and coaches hate to see you do that. And all of a sudden, he turned on the afterburners, cut around the right side, got a nice block there, takes that out to the 44-yard line, and Dennis Kliggett has turned this crowd on, at least on the west side, with a big kickoff return. And at the 40, their own 44-yard line, it is where the Bucks will take over.
He got that ball, picked it up, and was like, I want to go right. Then he went left, and he said, no, I want to go right. And he did a great job because he kept him off balance, 1 block away from going the distance. Good job by the outside contained guy for East to that side. He stayed home and was able to bring him down. But West has got great field position.
Backs in the eye. In motion is Leo Schultz. Handoff goes to Armstrong. He's into the secondary. Cuts to the left side. He needs 1 block. And he's finally going to be brought down at the 33-yard line. Dave Armstrong with a huge run.
Well, they've really had that all night. They've had that inside run to Dave real quick. He gets into the secondary.
Let's go to Greg Butts. He has some East fans right now. Greg, go get them.
Well, we're down here on the east sideline. You guys, your team's trailing 14-3. Confident we'll be able to come back?
We're fine. They're going to do their best. Yeah.
What are your thoughts of these 2 teams playing again in 2 weeks, possibly, for the district title?
Oh, absolutely. We can beat them. It's psychological blast, I think. It's better than them. Maybe just meet them later.
Well, there's a lot of excitement over here to start this drive, but now Dave Armstrong seems to take a little bit of the wind out of the sails of Central Bucks East fans right now. Back upstairs.
Thank you, Greg. As we have some East fans who are standing back on the heels right now, Tommy.
I'll tell you what, special teams, big part of the game. Even on that kickoff, East has them back there, maybe for pretty good loss on a kick return, but West has really done a great job on the special teams to make big plays.
East made the big play to trap them, but they didn't string them out. They all converged in one spot, and one guy slipped down and Kliggett was gone. Blumgren on a keeper. He breaks through and he gets about 6. It'll be third down and about 2 after Pliggett had gotten about 2 on the first carry. And they are now down inside the 25-yard line to about the 23. And we have come to the end of the third quarter. A big quarter for the Bucks, who have jumped out to a 14-3 lead. They're on their feet here at War Memorial Field. You see the Striker Soccer scoreboard. We'll take a break and be back for the final 12 minutes of this big East-West game. Don't go away.
Looking for an exciting, fun atmosphere with great food and beverages? Then come to the New Britain Inn. For over 20 years, Mike and Beverly Carey have made the New Britain Inn a place that welcomes everyone. But what makes the New Britain Inn special is their food. The NBI is a great place to go for lunch and dinner and features great nightly specials, like all-you-can-eat crab legs, turkey dinner, homemade roast pork, homemade meatloaf, and prime rib. Also try their great soft-shell crabs, homemade crab cakes, fresh shrimp, and steamed clams. The New Britain Inn is located on Road 202 in New Britain, just outside Doylestown.
And we hit the home stretch here at War Memorial Field in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. Bob Friedman along with Tom White. And on the field, Greg Betts. Score at the end of 3 quarters is Central Bucks West 14, CB East 3. The Bucks have the ball after a huge gain. A big kickoff return by Pliggett, and then a big run by Dave Armstrong. They have a third down and about 1 to go at the 23-yard line of Central Bucks East. Backs are in a power look. Armstrong, he'll have the first down over the 20 to the 19-yard line.
But Armstrong's had a great game, a good game plan by West. They came in and said, we think we can run this ball right between the tackles with Dave Armstrong. They've been successful all night doing it.
Well, you know that Travis Blumgren has a great arm. You've seen him pass. What they came in, they said, look, if East wants to run at us, we're going to run right at them. There have been, you can count the number of passes and the fingers in one hand tonight. I think Borski's thrown 2, and I think Blumgren's only thrown 2 or 3. One, of course, for a touchdown to Pliggett. It's that power look again. Now Schultz goes to the right side. Handoff goes to Dave Armstrong. He'll punish him down to the 15, down to about the 14, and that's exactly what's happening. Dave Armstrong is just going to punish him. And they can't seem to stop him right now.
Well, a lot of it is, too, is it's the fourth quarter. A lot of the guys on both sides of the ball play both ways, so now the fatigue factor is setting in. And you get that big load, Dave running behind that offensive line that's really chugging right now. It starts to wear the defense down, and that's what's going on.
Backs in the eye. Now you have the standard look by West. Armstrong the up back, Pliggett the tailback. It's Armstrong the handoff, cuts to the left side. He's to the 10. He's taken out of bounds, finally ridden out at the 8-yard line. It'll be first and goal for Central Bucks West. As Dave Armstrong took a couple of guys for a ride. One was Bill McCoach. I believe that may have been with Tim O'Connor. I'm not sure. But they thought it was Tim O'Connor who took for a ride. He carried him out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. It's first and goal for the Bucks, and this one could be a backbreaker down there.
They showed power to the wide side of the field, and they run back with Dave Armstrong, get him one-on-one with the defensive end. There's Mike Pettin. He stiff arms him, gets outside, and then he's one-on-one with the cornerback, who actually did a nice job to kind of stand him up. But here it is, first and goal, and West is looking to put the nail in the coffin.
And the power look again by West. 3 backs. The handoff goes to who else? Dave Armstrong to the 5. He's to the 3-yard line. Dave Armstrong before finally being knifed down. And you get a feeling, Tom, that they just aren't going to be able to stop him.
No. They're down. East is down. They've just done too many little things to shoot themselves in the foot tonight. And West right now has got the momentum. And right now, as you said, still a lot of time, 10:21 in this fourth quarter.
And there's still 2 yards to go before this ball will be in the end zone. And we've seen a lot of situations inside the 15 where both teams have had problems. Power look again. Second and goal. It's Armstrong. It's a touchdown. Dave Armstrong may have driven the nail into the heart of the Central Bucks East team with a 3-yard run for the touchdown, and he made it look easy. It's 20-3 with 10 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. As Dave Armstrong drives in.
Just ran right behind Todd Ryan, Matt Velitis, and Adam Buckley. Just power football. And they got him now up 20-3 with 10 minutes to go.
Steve Patterson will try to make it 21-3. Out of Stone's hold. Bill Stone, the holder. Snap a little high, but Stone brings it down. The kick up. That kick is good, and it's 21-3. And Tommy, we have said this so many times. The way, as you see, Mike Carey giving a big hug to, that was Todd Ryan who put the big block on there, and the offensive, there's Dave Armstrong and Paul Picciotti. But we talked about the precision of Central Bucks West. And you can see it. When the game is on the line, they make the blocks they have to make, they make the plays they have to make. Forget about the penalties. Forget about the two penalties. When they needed it, they got the blocks they had to get. They got the ball inside the 15-yard line. They made no doubt about it. In fact, everybody was shocked when they jumped offside, or they had legal procedure on the last series when they went into the touchdown. But the very next play was Dennis Kliggett taking the pass. That's Buck football.
I'll tell you, this something I'm thinking about throughout the game, and it just dawned on me. What a great job the secondary of CB West, Travis Blumgren and Kliggett. Fisco, a couple times, has broken into the secondary, and they've tackled it. I mean, in some of the other games that we've seen, he's taken that the distance. And we got, we're sitting up here, try to watch the whole play, and, as I'm sitting there thinking about it, they've done a great job not letting him get the big one.
It was like in the North Penn game when they played. Fisco takes the carry on the first play. North Penn sort of waved goodbye to him twice.
So the downfield tackling by the secondary for West has been so big tonight.
It's picked up by an upback again, and a nice run upfield there by Greg Pennical, who picked up the ball.
Yeah, Pennical, he got that ball, and he's just rumbling along. Look at Pennical. He's all dirty. He's all pumped up. He's had a big game tonight for East, and I'm sure Green said to him, look, nothing's impossible. Sure, we're down 21-3, but let's take it one at a time.
This. If you're Larry Green, you're going to say, hey, guys, we got a game next week. All right, let's not leave it all on the field tonight. We got a game next week. If we win that game, we get these guys game chances are in 2 weeks. So let's keep ourselves healthy. Let's do what we can. We're sure we want to win this thing. Our ball's on the ground. Let's see who's got it. I think East has come up with the ball. Mike Carey signaling like West got it, but I think he came back up on the ball. And he did. Yeah, it's second up. But you got to say, if you're Larry Green, it's 21-3. You can't tuck your tail between your legs and say, oh, our year's over. It's not. It's a long way from over. They've got a big game coming up. Looks like now next Friday night.
Well, this is really the end of the first season. Now with the district playoffs, you have a second season. That starts next week. And fortunately for both teams, this isn't the last game. So, as you said, it's not the end, but they sure would love to have the victory, but West has just been too tough tonight.
Loss of one after that fumble was recovered by East. They're 2nd and 11. Borstein back to pass, has time. Throws it over the middle, has a man wide open. That's Pennical. Breaks one tackle, but can't break the second. But he's got the first down over midfield at the 48-yard line. Pennical, huh? Receiver.
Yeah, that's a nice play. They faked that little draw play that they ran in the first half to Fitzko. He freezes the linebackers, and Pennical just comes down, does a little hook pattern about 12 yards downfield, catches it, gets some extra yards, and it's a first down for East.
Why does Westchester University suddenly come to mind?
I'm sure his brother's here tonight.
Absolutely. 1st and 10 for CB East. And I think there was movement on the East line. That many West players are going through. Somebody may have moved on East, but we'll see if it's offside or if it's...
The center snapped the ball, and the cornerback took the ball, but nobody else moved on East.
Well, that's it. If the center snapped the ball, the center can never... If he snaps
dead ball, full start on the offense.
That'll be a 5-yard penalty and repeat the down.
Now, when the center snaps the ball, it's one thing. There must have been a guard or a tackle who moved, because when the center snaps the ball, the play starts. He can't be called for a false start if he snaps it to the quarterback. If he only brings it halfway, that's a false start. About a 5-yard penalty moves him back. So after the big pass play, which was the first completion, I believe, of the night for Borstein, they put back 5 yards back into their own territory. Handoff goes to Fitzko. He'll get about 3 of those 5 back, so it'll be second down and about 12. Ball right at midfield. 8:15 to go in the fourth quarter. 21-3. Central Bucks West leading Central Bucks East.
Again, West does a good job. They're really starting to learn how to tackle Fitzko, who really had some big runs. And I think they realize now when he comes, he's got that ball, you got to step up and wrap them all up, and he'll bust it.
Babs is split in the backfield. Borstein with a call. Borstein back to pass. Under a rush. He's got a man. Oh, nice catch by Pennecow. And he'll have the first down at about the 35-yard line. Great catch by Greg Pennecow.
Yeah, Bornstein kind of threw it off his back leg. Pennecow catches it off the tops of his shoes and is able to take it, gets the extra yard and the first down. And East has got a little momentum.
Take a look at it again. He does throw it off his back foot. You see Pichotti start to come. You see him start to move toward Borstein, who feels the rush. There was a quail there, but a nice pick off the ground. Oh, and Blumgren was going for the play. Now the pass by Pennecow is going to be a jump ball for it. Who's got it? It's intercepted. Intercepted, and I think that's Travis Blumgren's 6th.
And that's just highest point. When the ball gets thrown up there like that, you got to go up and get it highest point. Brian Scott was down there with Travis. It was just a jump ball. And actually, both guys, I think, came down with it initially, but Travis takes it away from him for the INT.
What does he bench press?
About 375.
Could be a reason right there. Travis Blumgren comes down with his 6th interception of the year, and the Bucks avoid the bullet again as the bend don't break defense. They've tried the halfback pass with Pennecow, who threw it. The ball just sort of floated up there, and he threw it into a lot of traffic. Scott did a good job to get position, but Blumgren did a great job himself. And the Bucks call timeout. They want to get themselves straightened out because they are in dangerous ground right now. And I believe we have Greg Betts down on the field. Greg, what is happening there?
Well, guys, on the interception, Blumgren came down on his ankle, twisted it a little bit, limped to the sideline. That's the reason for the timeout right now. They're trying to get a couple minutes extra for him, get him back in there at quarterback after the good defensive play. Back upstairs.
I love that inside stuff. Greg's got it all there. So now we know why Blumgren turned his ankle, and they can ill afford to have Blumgren injured for the playoffs coming up. With 7:16 to go in the fourth quarter, let's see if they bring him back out.
I saw Corey Potter step into the huddle like maybe, and I see him coming out. He's number 22.
Here goes Blumgren, though. Here he comes.
He's
a little dicey on the leg, but I'm sure that Fenton would not put him in this situation. Yeah, Tommy's giving the handoff look. There's no way Blumgren's carrying the ball here.
Nah, he's gonna try to hopefully run the ball. You're probably gonna see Dave Armstrong and Pliggett
like this, yeah,
a few times, and hope they get a first
Let's
down.
see if Ratcliffe flies through and tries to fly right at Armstrong. Handoff goes to Armstrong. He's got 2. He's got 3. Pushes that defensive line out past the 5 to about the 7. So Dave Armstrong gives him a little more breathing room.
And now they just run the clock. They got the big lead. They got the 18-point lead, and they're just going to hope to run the clock. Let Dave Armstrong run behind that offensive line, and hope they run this thing out and get away with the W.
Armstrong, the lone setback. Power look to the right. And it goes to the right side behind Leo Schultz. We have a flag. I think we're going to have a hold here. As breaking the tackle and getting the first down is Armstrong. But I think we're going to have a hold, Tommy.
Either a hold or some kind of motion penalty. The flag came out quickly. We'll wait for the call.
It is holding, and it is against West. So it'll move them back half the distance, and they'll go back to about the 4.
Now, West has had their share of penalties, Bob, but they've overcome the penalties.
This is a situation. You got 6.5 minutes to go. If you're East, you got to pull out all the stops. You got to fly. You got to go under the belief that Armstrong is going to get that ball. Back of this far. And if you're Adam Ratcliffe, if you're Josh Mitchell, you're keying on him. You're making Dave Armstrong run through 4 and 5 people. And somebody's tackling Armstrong, and somebody's got to be tackling the ball.
That's right. That West has done a good job tonight not to turn the ball over. I don't mean to say that to jinx them, but they've done an outstanding job not to give any advantage away.
2nd and 7 after the half the distance penalty. Now we have motion, and we'll go back another half the distance. Schultz went in motion.
We got dead ball. Illegal procedure on the offense, number 79.
So we had some motion. We had Schultz in motion, and one of the linemen moved off the ball. And now they're back at the 2. And now, if you're East, you absolutely have got to be flying at the ball.
Yeah, they want to maybe send a couple guys here. Hopefully, they can force some kind of off or defensive play. Maybe get a score on defense. They need a big play right now.
Schultz goes in motion. The handoff goes. No, it's a keeper by Blumgren. And Blumgren will take it out to the 10. That's a gutty run by him. He's going to give the ankle right now. And it'll be 3rd down and about 4. Clock moving. We're inside 5:40 to go in the 4th quarter. West with the ball and the 21-3 lead. But they have the ball at their own 10-yard line, 3rd and 4.
And things have gone West's way. You think about it. They got a 10-yard penalty and a 5-yard penalty. So it really should have been 15 yards. Possibly 25 yards to go. They only lose 4 because it's half the distance to the goal. So things have gone their way tonight.
3rd down, 4 yards to go. The ball at the 10-yard line. Full house look. The hand that goes to Armstrong. And Dave Armstrong has the 1st down. Dave Armstrong with a nice run behind the power look. Gets the 1st down. They'll get a fresh 4 and a little bit of breathing room. I'll tell you, I would not be at all shocked if they moved the ball out to about the 30 or 35-yard line, and there's about 3 minutes left to see Corey Potter possibly come into this game at quarterback to give Travis a little chance. You don't want to see him get hurt. Backs in the eye. Schultz in motion again. Handoff goes to Cliggett. Cliggett's got 3. Cliggett's got 4, and he's brought down on the right side on a nice gang tackle led by number 43. That's Dorian Thompson.
Dorian Thompson, big night tonight. Had plenty of tackles. There he comes down the line of scrimmage and is able to take the guy out only after a big run, about 4 yards. And West has been very successful on 1st down all night tonight, Bob.
And again,
4 or 5 yards, and that's big.
And again, we have to start thinking about the player of the game. We have a player of the game tonight. We've got a few candidates for that award. There's been a lot of stars tonight. One of whom is lining up in the backfield right now for West. That would be that Dave Armstrong. But it's Cliggett who gets the ball, and Cliggett is wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. He'll gain nothing, but it will serve to melt the clock down. They're inside 4 minutes to go. 3rd down and about 6.
Interesting to see the time of possession in the second half. West has certainly owned the ball most of the second half. East had that one good drive, but every time West has had it, it's been long drives, 8, 9 yards, or 8, 9, 10 play drives, and it's really ate up a lot of clock.
They'll take a nice long time in the huddle. Ryan turns around to make sure of the snap count. Backs in the eye. 3rd and 6. Handoff goes. No, it's a keeper by Blumgren. And he will have the 1st down. And that should just about do it, Tommy. 2:59 to go in the 4th quarter. The 1st down would give him a fresh 4. East has timeouts left, but the clock will start to move as soon as they reset it. And Central Bucks West has accomplished what they needed to do. They have come and stood toe-to-toe with a big team and ground out a big victory. You see assistant head coach Mike Carey. Don't mean to presuppose, but we have 2:35 to go in the fourth quarter. It would take beyond a major miracle for East to come back with 3 scores. First and 10, Powell right look. Whistle blows. This game is starting to deteriorate a little bit into a flag festival. We'll have motion again on West. And that's something I think Mike Pettin's going to have to look at this week. A lot of motion penalties late in this game. That's a lack of concentration. And I know that Coach Pettin going into a playoff
offense, 5-yard penalty. We winding.
Which is not as bad, but still they've had a number of motion penalties called on. They've got to play it cool here. The delay of game penalty you don't worry that much about. They're just melting the clock down. And now the West reserves are getting the fans on their feet. Handoff goes. It'll be Leo Schultz. Schultz will get 5. He'll get out of bounds and stop the clock. Not necessarily what the Bucks want to do, but at 2:22 to go in the fourth quarter, it's kind of not that big a deal. So it appears right now that it will be East playing, would it East playing Ridley?
No, I think East will play probably
Downingtown. And West will play Ridley. I think East will play Friday night.
West is going to play Plymouth White Marsh.
Plymouth White Marsh, I beg your pardon. I'm sorry about that. So West, another big game. West will play with Plymouth White Marsh and as gang tackling Leo Schultz, or Armstrong rather. West playing Plymouth White Marsh.
Revenge.
Here, we got revenge going. And I'm sure West remembers they were hammered last year by Plymouth White Marsh. Clock will run inside 2 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. West looks like they will win for yet another time in this storied series. This will be their 25th victory. 28 tries. Pitch goes to Leo Schultz around the left side. And 3rd and long, he'll get about 5. It'll be 4th down. And West will have to punt the ball away. East will call timeout. And we'll take a quick break ourselves during this timeout. We'll be right back.
For years, the friendly and knowledgeable staff of Gem Jewelers has been helping you select the finest jewelry for all of life's important events. Now, Gem Jewelers has moved both of their stores to one expanded location on Route 611 at Bristol Road. Inside, you'll find a spacious new showroom with one of the largest selections in the area. You'll find great values on their large selection of diamond engagement rings, watches, and designer jewelry. Their new line of porcelain figurines make great gifts, too. They do all of their own work, and a graduate gemologist is always on hand. So for all this and the same great prices, stop in at Gem Jewelers.
Back at War Memorial Field, Bob Friedman along with Tom White and Greg Betts. You see the Central Bucks West players and coaches congratulating each other on the sideline. They have played a great ball game. Travis Blumgren will come back to punt with a minute and a quarter to go in this football game. You'd have to say now in the fourth quarter. 21-3, the Bucks with the lead. Low snap handled by Blumgren. They almost block it. Gets a beauty away. Taken and dropped and jumped on by Stepakis as Matty was trying to run before he got the ball. And again, the wind, he had trouble with that earlier. The ball came up high on him. The wind is kicked up again. And Stepakis had to do all, Dave Nagel, I beg your pardon, as a familiar face coming through again, Chris Cleveland. Another legendary play in a famous CBE CB West game. I think that score was 8-7. So 1:15 to go in the fourth quarter. The Bucks fans are absolutely thrilled. Borstein back to pass, balls tipped and it'll fall incomplete. Aaron Borstein trying to throw to Greg Pennicow. Pennicow was open, but the hands were up and the ball was flipped up in the air. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. The ball resting at the 32-yard line of CB East.
It's the little things in football that make a difference. And there you just think, you know, a guy getting his hands up is just his own thing, but it's something that West coaches and they teach the kids. You know, a guy goes back to pass, get your hands up, you deflect the ball. Heck, that's a big play, and that's what happens there.
2nd and 10. Borstein straight back to pass. Flips it out. Short pass to Ratcliffe, who drops the ball. They'll call it an incompletion. They're trying a screen play. West smelled that one out. Ratcliffe had trouble handling the ball, drops it. It'll go incomplete. It's 3rd down and 10. Minute 2 to go in the ball game. So as we talked about, East will likely play Ridley. West will likely play Plymouth Whitemarsh. East will probably play Downingtown. I'll get this straight eventually. East will likely play Downingtown and their tremendous quarterback. They've got a world-class quarterback. East is going to have their hands full, as will West. I mean, Plymouth Whitemarsh still is a great team. Handoff goes and going absolutely nowhere. I don't even know the running backs. I don't know if it was Pistol or who it was. Whoever it was got absolutely slaughtered before he ever got to the line of scrimmage. It was Radcliffe. 4th down with 40 seconds to go in the fourth quarter.
And it was Paciotti. There you see Mike Carey giving his big offensive lineman a high five. That was number 70 for West. I think that's big number Jim O'Neill. Jim O'Neill's done a great job. Him and Todd Ryan, Adam Buckley, Paciotti, all those guys on the offensive line.
And out comes Dave Armstrong. Standing ovation for Dave Armstrong and Leo Schultz.
And you know, we're talking about Dave Armstrong. He's potentially one of our stars of the game. But Leo Schultz did a great job blocking. He got a couple chances to run the ball, but I'll tell you what, he did a great job blocking. And sometimes that goes unrecognized. And Leo, take your hats off to you. Great game.
I have a flag. Delay a game, I believe it is. I think East wants to get off the field at this point. They just want this game to end. 4th down, they're going to go for it, but it's really just a matter of finishing this. No, they got to punt it back in, and now Abel comes in. It's snap, he'll get it away. Nice high kick. They're just going to let it bounce and let the clock run down. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. It rolls out of bounds with 4 seconds to go in this ball game. 4 seconds to go. They'll spot the ball, start the clock, and this baby will be over. Now, Mike Pettin and his coaches want to get the kids off the side on the sideline. They still have to run a play, I believe. Since the ball did go out of bounds, I think they have to run one more play. But Central Bucks West will go to 10-0. CB East will go to 9-1. Both teams will go to the playoffs, and it could very well be that in 2 weeks we'll see these two teams again right one more time. You go back to Tommy, you say that the two big personal foul penalties hurt them, but the reality of it is they only scored 3 points tonight.
Yeah, I'll tell you, West responded to their mistakes. They were able to make do and cover, not cover them up, but make up for any penalties that they had. East, it just really put them in a spin, and they weren't able to recover from the mistakes. And you know, you can say what you want, but I look at that snap punt. early in the first half, East seemed to really have the momentum, and that
The
just
wind just
it
took right out of the
just
board.
changed the whole game.
The Pet was called timeout to talk to his crew. And just tell him, here's what you say to the reporters after the game. Mike, a veteran, of course, talking to the reporters. One of the real nice guys in the sport.
West, another great season. Hats off to Mike Pettin and Mike Carey and
Hats
his
off to
staff.
Larry Green and his
Larry
staff.
Green, great
A dream
season.
season for East, and it's not over yet. They'll snap the ball. They're in the victory formation. Ball snap. He goes to the knee. 3, 2, 1. That's it. Central Bucks West has completed an undefeated regular season, and they go to the middle of the field joyously while the white flag CBE's players walk to the middle of the field to shake hands. Fans run on the field. The players run on the field. There's pandemonium out there. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back as see the final score 21-3. West defeats East. Let's take that break and come back in a couple minutes. Don't go away.